Alright, everyone, hello. This is not Dark Shadow 127. This is
Yeah, I noticed there's a channel rebranding.
yeah. This
Yeah,
is
all right.
not Dark Shadow 127. This is Three-Tailed Fox.
All right, and I'm
And
Holographic Studios.
yeah,
Go
subscribe to our
subscribe. I have a video coming up. I'm setting up a filming date next week, and so there should be one by November.
yeah, once
So,
yeah, after that video,
yeah.
just wait 5 years and he'll be back with another one.
Yep, wait 5 years, I'll be back with another one. But you can guarantee only quality content out here, all right? So, yeah, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Anyways, yeah, so I'm with
All right.
Holographics and we'll be discussing Marvel.
Yes, Marvel. That's it. Just Marvel. Very, very broad, very
Not the
broad.
MCU, not the
Just
comics,
just the word Marvel, like
not
from the dictionary.
wait, what's the definition of Marvel again?
I don't know it. I mean, I know it, but I like don't know it. I
Anyways, yeah,
know
we're
it,
talking about like
but I like
we're
don't
talking
know
about
it.
like
Yeah,
the comics, the movies, the TV shows that I don't know
yeah.
much about.
I don't know very much about the comics. I know about the TV shows, particularly, except for like Runaways. I've never seen Runaways or the Inhumans show that like never got off the floor. And I know quite a bit about. We could go like before MCU, during the MCU, and what we're gonna do in the future. Where is this gonna go? How is this gonna end? Is this going to end? There
Trust
we
me,
go. We
trust
have
me.
so much.
If this was
Yeah.
DC, we'd probably have much more to talk about if this was DC.
Yes, many. Well, more
Because
of like just. Yeah, I
well,
mean, I'd say we have plenty of like, because like Marvel has changed like so much from like even a decade ago. Like when the MCU just wasn't a thing. It's so different now.
and in its
In a good
humble
way, in a good
beginnings,
way.
in its
Yeah.
humble beginnings.
It's humble beginnings. All right. So, but I do, before we move on, I have a wonderful question. What's with the name branding? What motivated the change?
Oh, what motivated?
I don't hate it whatsoever. But what motivated this?
Okay, so Dark Shadow 127 brought me pretty far, but it was like me and my friends decided that it's time for a bit of a change,
Oh yeah.
and like just bring the channel make it look more professional.
Yeah, professional. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like if you compare like the logo right now to the previous logo, it's like a lot more like
Yes.
the last logo
Yes.
I just drew on a piece of notebook and just took a picture of it.
Oof.
And
That could be a brand. That could be a brand.
and that
But
car-
yeah, there you
yeah
go.
that carried me all the way to where I am now.
Yeah, I. What was the last thing I posted? Speech
It was a
things.
long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 5 months ago. Jeez, Louise. Oh, but then again, like the thing I posted before that was a month ago. Was a month before, and then before that, it was like 6 months between the last video. So what's like the long? This is right now. I'm not in the longest period that I haven't posted something. There was I don't know. I don't know what the longest I've gone without posting something is. I don't know. It'll get longer. So,
Instead of
no,
5 months, it's
yeah.
gonna be 5 years now.
It's gonna be six. It's gonna be 6 months from my next post. So yeah, I have a due date and it's November. So that'll be or like November 1. Oh, it's like October 30 something. That'll be my due date.
Oh yeah, and
So yeah,
also like in these times, it's like kind of difficult to make. It's probably
it's
difficult to
hard
make.
to
Yeah.
it's hard to get stuff because like I asked some people if they could do uh to do my film right now, and they're like, I'm not really, I can't, I'm like, my parents aren't good with me doing this, or like, I shouldn't, like, I don't want to, like, go into someone else's house or whatever. And like, okay, that's fine. It's understandable. We get it. But it does make things a little bit more complicated. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
And
Once this is
so,
over, though, like
oh, yeah.
once this is like all over, which will probably take like what 5 years.
You have no idea. I don't want to think about it. Yikes. Okay.
Anyways,
That's,
it's been like
it's been a hot minute.
I haven't met a person since April.
That's so interesting.
I haven't seen someone since April. It's been well, besides
Oh my.
virtually. Besides virtually, I haven't seen someone in so long. I've forgotten
All
how people look
right.
like now.
This is the longest we've gone without a Marvel movie. It's been almost a half a year. What? When did? No, it's been a year because Home Spider-Man Far From Home came out
How long
like
ago was
last
that movie
summer.
actually?
That was last summer. So
Oh,
it was
that
July, I think, July. It's been over a year
Black. Well,
since a Marvel movie came out.
wasn't Black Widow like delayed again?
Delay, yes, it has been delayed. It's been delayed probably at least 6 times because it was going to come out like November,
Yeah,
and
which I
now
was
it's
planning a
pushed
birthday
back.
part. I was planning a
Uh,
birthday party on since November 3rd is my birthday, but then there's a slight problem with that now.
it's a slight problem with that now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know when this will end. The only movie that's out is either reruns or Tenet.
Tenet.
So
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
10 out
Holographic
of 10.
loves Tenet.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10, man. 10 out of 10.
Me.
It gets
Me.
better the more you watch it. It's like super confusing the first time. Like you have to like mentally prepare for a confusing movie. Then it'll like help it out. It'll help a bit more. But then like it will reward you if you see it again. So I've seen it about 3 times now. Yes. And it gets better. So it just gets more interesting.
Yeah.
I have not stopped thinking about it. It's been like a month since I saw it. It's been like a month, and I've not stopped thinking about it.
Yeah,
So
for me,
in a good way, in a good way, yeah.
for me,
Like,
my Tenet is Planet of the Apes trilogy right now. The Planet of the
oh,
Apes trilogy.
I watched those. I watched those during quarantine. Like I never saw them, and then I saw the original Planet of the Apes, like the 19 something version, and then I watched the trilogy,
The
which is a
reboots.
prequel to the
The,
trilogy is a prequel to the original movie.
they're prequels and they're reboots, sort of.
Yep, they're
It's sort of
soft
both.
reboots.
But
Yeah,
and I'd like to say one of the best
prequels.
reboots ever made.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of the
Of
best
course.
prequel. It is. It's like it's depressing. Yeah, it's very depressing.
I mean, the original Planet of the Apes like is a classic. It is it's very good. It's very well made. It's also very old.
Yeah,
Well, it's
it's
not
a
super
classic,
old,
but the
but
trilogy is a legend.
yeah, it is quite legend. I
Uh,
love the second movie. Like I love
oh, I've heard so many good things about
Rise.
Dawn.
Or wait, which one? Is it it's Rise, Dawn, and then War.
Yeah,
I
right.
get Dawn and Rise mixed up. So Dawn is the second one.
Yeah.
I love Dawn. Like I love the second movie.
I'm
War is
still.
very good. I think if I had to rank them, it'd be 2, 3, 1, going from best to worst on my
Yeah,
personal
the first one,
opinion.
but
So
that's not. I'm still rewatching Rise because I just want like just
yeah,
breathe
like
in all
Rise
the.
gets a solid 7 out of 10 for
It's
me,
like
and then like it gets to like a 9 out of 10 for the second two
it
for
only
me.
gets better as it
So
goes on.
it does get better. I
But I
love
mean,
the second one, but yeah,
but I mean,
yes.
that's not to like rant on the first one. The first one's
No,
very
no, no,
good.
no. It's very the first one's very, very competent. It's very well made.
And also
But
it's like
yeah.
it
The
revived the
cinematography gets like
franchise.
a boost at the second one. Like it's kind of it's very good. It's a little basic, and then like the second one comes along, and it's like whoa, cinematography got a boost. And then the third, another jump because they have all this amazing like snow,
Oh my god!
like
And all the CGI
imagery.
just gets better as it
The
goes on.
CEO, Andy Serkis.
Oh, he is
Yeah,
so
he's the
underrated.
boss. He is also going to forever be the CGI character man. Ever
No,
since Gollum.
he's probably the one of the best people at motion capture.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the best. Like Gollum, like you
Yeah.
said, Gollum. I
Gollum,
did
yep.
not know he was Gollum until
He
very
was
recently.
Gollum. He's also Snoke. And
Oh wait, he's
he's
Snoke.
yeah, he's Snoke. He plays Snoke.
Oh my god!
He's the voice and the motion capture.
No wonder I was gravitated towards Snoke. There was something. There was something. But
Yeah.
Snoke's performance, like his writing was like, probably could
It's
have
more
done
like
better.
the only problem is just
Like
well,
how he was written, I'd
well.
say.
I mean, he had a play. Well, I mean, this is a Marvel podcast, but we'll dip
Sure,
into this for a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit.
He is
Don't leave
supposed.
yet. Don't leave
He
yet.
created. Yeah, he was made from my. With what I think is he was created solely to replace Palpatine, and then he died,
Yeah. So like the
and
writing
then they
was like,
brought Palpatine.
like the
So
writing was like
it
for like
started off very poorly, but then like in my opinion, Ryan Johnson was like, this guy is so obviously a Palpatine impersonator. You know what? The only purpose I can do with him is just to serve another character, i.e., Kylo Ren is the best character we've ever received
Ryan
as of recent. That is not Ahsoka. So
Ryan Johnson knew that Snoke was not the Senate. He did not
he
love
is not the
democracy.
Senate.
He
He
did
is
not
not.
love democracy.
He does not love democracy. He does
He
not know the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the
he does
Wise,
not
and he
deserve
does not
he does not
know these
deserve
gifts that
high supremacy. Only like
no,
Palpatine is the Senate.
he does not have unlimited
Power.
power. He does
Palpatine is
not
the
have it.
Senate.
He is not even worthy. Therefore, he dead.
Yeah, but I mean, but like
Yeah,
he did Andy Serkis like if he did play
he's such a
Snoke.
good actor.
He
Yeah.
did pretty. I'd say he did a pretty good job with Snoke. Like despite like the
No, he's so campy and so like bizarre. He's such an interest. He's so like shamelessly evil of a character that I take. I think he's very enjoyable to
like,
watch
in
in
the
the Last
and even in
Jedi.
the
So,
Marvel movies, it's like he's
oh
there for a
yes,
short
yes,
time.
Claw. I completely
He's there for a
forgot about
short time,
Claw.
but
Yes,
I loved his performance. I
he's
loved his
very good.
performances.
Yeah, I remember him in Ultron,
Ultron, he had a very
and
short role, but
he was
he did
so
pretty good.
short, but it was great for what it was. And
And Black
then
Panther
Black
was pretty good.
Panther, 10 out of 10. What is love?
I
Baby, don't hurt.
I love
Yeah.
like the museum scene where it's like
Oh
he did
yes.
such a good job at
I was
portraying like
shocked
how
when
like
they just like killed him off in Black Panther. Like I was, oh shoot, because I thought he was like the villain of the movie,
no, that's
Killmonger. Well,
Killmonger,
yeah, I
but
know,
we got a
but
good villain out of that too,
yeah,
so no
he's
complaints,
yeah.
no complaints.
I will tell you. um, Okay,
Oh, this
we should
shifted
get into the
nicely into Marvel.
MCU. There,
This
yeah.
shifted nicely into
Let's
Marvel.
segue. Let's talk. Let's begin with the villains of Marvel, since we're already here.
Yeah,
They have gotten an upgrade since like the earlier days.
yeah.
So
So like earlier days, it's like it
well,
was like
I'd say Obadiah Stane, like an Iron Man,
he's probably the
he was very
weakest,
good,
but he's probably the
but
weakest of all of
he's
them.
also weak. But I would put him. Let's see. Let's see. Let's write down all of, I want to let's do a villain ranking.
Villain,
Let's talk about all of them and then I'll toss them all. So
mm, all
like
right, Ironmonger,
oh
Ironmonger.
oh Obadiah, yeah,
Isn't his villain
Ironmonger.
name technically Ironmonger?
Yep,
But
Ironmonger.
we're gonna
That's
call
what
him
he is.
Obadiah.
So
That sounds a lot cooler.
I come. It's like Stain, Ironmonger. So he's a villain. There's how is he? He's
He's
like
like he
oh
like
yes, you know
it,
the meme where like yeah, Tony Stark's life, Iron Man's life began and ended with two bald guys. So
oh
yeah,
god. No,
I know. It's it's like it's like
his life
poetry. It sort
began
of
with
rhymes.
his life began
It's
with
like
Obadiah
poetry.
the Bald and with Thanos the Bald.
The bald, and they
What
both die.
was
So
it with bald guys being overpowered?
Lex
Like
Luthor be
Professor
like,
X,
Lex Luthor and Professor X be
Baldy?
like, Doctor Manhattan be like, uh, Spider-Man has a mask on. It makes the character look bald, but he's just a mask, so I don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
Not really.
also
That doesn't count at all. I
also
just have a poster and it was like, oh look, wait, he's not bald.
oh yeah,
Wait a
also
minute.
like small tangent, very small tangent.
Yes,
Jamie
yes, yes.
Foxx for Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx's return
Or
as Electro.
Electro. Yeah, yep. I have no idea what they're doing other than he's Electro again.
I
And
hope they write
Sony
him
be
much.
like,
I hope they do him some justice. I personally
do
liked him.
him
I
justice.
personally liked
I
him.
love like Electro like as a villain, not like a character. He's like I mean in the comics he's just a,
Electric power.
a basic kind of like a basic kind of villain. I don't really know a lot about him, but he comes across as like just kind of a B grade bad guy for Spider-Man to fight, even though he is not a B grade. Like he's a very well known villain, but
But that's
what
just his
else is he gonna
reputation.
do?
I
What
mean,
else
like,
is he gonna do?
well, I
Yeah,
mean, we
that's the
don't know about
thing.
the comics. If he did something very like if he was very well written in the comics, just tell us in the comments, cause
Like I will say, like I think my two favorite villain, or maybe my three. I'll put my three. My three just favorite villains of the current MCU is in order. Number one, Loki,
oh my god,
who
Loki.
is
I mean,
sort of a
who is
villain, but like
he
an
started as a villain.
anti-hero
He started as a
sometimes.
villain, but then he
He
became
well, he
the
started
man.
as like a supporting character. He turned into the villain. He became the main villain, and then he descended into kind of
He became
like anti-hero,
the
sort of like
No,
sort
not
of
anti.
villain.
No, no. This
He's
is
not.
how
No,
we
he's not an
describe him.
anti-hero. He's
No,
not
this
an
is how
anti. Yeah.
describe him: the man, the myth, and the meme.
Yes, the
The
man, the
man, the
myth,
myth,
and the
and the
meme.
meme.
Why is that so good? So,
Dude,
all right, I'll write
he
that
has
down.
so many good memes. His act is just great. Tom,
Yes,
he
Tom Hiddleston.
dude,
Oh,
he is
have you
such.
seen that clip of like Chris Hemsworth talking about like or Tom Holland is like, "Hey, so Chris, who's your favorite actor?" And he's like, it begins with a T. And, oh yeah, Tom Hiddleston. And he's like, and Tom Holland just like, okay, Tom Hiddleston. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
But
Yes.
kudos to him. He did such a good job as Loki.
He's great. I hope it shows like his grit. No,
low key.
high key, high key.
But I mean,
Uh,
like my mom. The only reason she watches Marvel movies is A, Iron Man, and B, Loki.
well, now she only has one reason. Well, I don't know. Is he gonna be
Technically,
in
she
the
has no
movies
reasons
anymore? Yeah, technically, he gone.
because Iron Man dead.
How is? Yeah, yeah. Beside the elephant in the room here, how do you think what is the Loki show other than him jumping around the universe with the Tesseract? Because
The
I'm assuming it's following that. If I had to make a gut reaction, I think that is following that timeline in Endgame where he disappears with the Tesseract. But like, what is it about? Like,
the thing that
what is it?
like, I'm excited for the Loki show, but the thing that bums me out is that he's not going to be the same Loki that we all know as the
No,
myth,
he
the
it'll be
man.
his like the Avengers Loki.
Yeah,
So,
like I mean that Loki's still good, but
but
you know
like
deep down we all love the man, the myth, and the meme.
the man, the myth, and the meme.
Yeah, we all
Oh
deep down
my.
know we love that Loki.
Yeah.
Also his relation,
Uh,
also his interactions with Thor were hilarious.
oh yes. He is adopted.
Especially Ragnarok.
He killed 100 people in 3 days. Well, he is adopted. uh,
It's like it they loved each other and then they hate each other and then they loved each
hey,
other.
we're doing Get Help. No, we're not doing Get Help. I hate Get Help. Oh no, we're
Get
doing Get
help.
Help. Get Help.
No,
Ah!
no,
It's
no. The
embarrassing
funny part
for
about that
me.
is like it's like Thor is if Thor finds it fun, but only because he gets to throw his
Loki
brother.
fighting. Yeah, of course.
He gets to yeet his
Lo-
brother.
yeah, it's so great. Oh
I don't know
yeah,
how that became an actual strategy.
I'll give you my number two favorite.
The chin.
I love Vulture.
Oh, what happened to the chin? What happened
The
to the
chi-
chin?
hey, oh my god, no. I mean, I love Vulture. Thanos is like he's very good, but like I don't know.
But my
I
man,
can't put him at my top though. I can't. I'm not 100% into Thanos. I love him in Infinity War. Like he's amazing. He's one of the most well-made like Marvel villains to date. But like,
and
I can't rank him too high for me. He'll go in the top half absolutely. But I don't know,
but
man.
what about the big man, the big legend, and the big chin?
Yes, he is a man, a myth, and a meme, but he's not the man, the myth, and the
That's Loki.
meme.
Loki's the man, the
That,
myth, and the meme.
yeah, he is. Thanos is a man, a myth, a meme.
Loki is the man, the myth, and the meme.
Correct, correct.
So number
So
two is a vulture.
for me, I got Vulture at my number two. These are just my top three. I have not ranked like all of the villains ever. I'll give you my bottom three because I can think of those quite quickly. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
bottom three. I personally I
bottom
just
three.
like.
I can't even remember their names. So who
Yeah.
are they? Oh, I forgot that was a movie. I should give a top four. I'll give a fourth spot. I just thought of somebody else.
So
Uh,
vulture. What
Vulture.
vulture makes you click?
I well, you see, he's like quite relatable. He's very like he's okay. I remember watching Spider-Man Homecoming and I was like, okay, Vulture, I guess I can get behind this cuz like I never cared about him as a villain. Like I watched like the TV shows like the animated Spider-Man show and then other shows and then I like I've played like a couple Spider-Man games, particularly on the DSi, ahem. And so, but like Vulture has never even like been thought like conceived as a favorite for me. Like I would go straight to like hold on, what's like a villain they haven't done yet? I have no idea. I can't remember. I can't think of it right now. because like I know Spider-Man has like this huge roads gallery. Like he has amazing villains, like right behind Batman and
It rivals Well, I'd say
like it rivals. I'd say it's almost better than
Nah,
Batman's
I
like
wouldn't say
villains.
better
So
because Batman has like the Joker, of course,
yeah, but
Mister
like
Freeze.
Spider-Man has Venom,
But
and
then Batman
yeah,
has also Mister Freeze.
he does. I love Mr. Freeze,
He
Bane,
he also has Two
Scarecrow,
Face.
Catwoman, Two-Face. There's so
It's like,
many good
and they're
ones.
all
Yeah,
well, like Catwoman's relation with Batman's interesting.
it's so interesting. Yeah,
Two
it's quite
Face's
interesting.
backstory is like actually really tragic.
It's quite tragic.
Mister Freeze is also very tragic.
Yeah, very tragic.
Joker is just we all love the
He's
Joker.
we love the Joker because he is so out there.
Yeah,
So,
it's just like
and I mean, there's 100 different interpretations of the Joker. So, like, yeah,
my personal
and they're
favorites would have
all
to be
typical.
Dark Knight and animated universe, the DC
Absolutely
animated.
animated DC,
Not
the DC
not the
animated
most
universe.
recent ones, not the most
Absolutely,
recent
no,
ones.
not no, yeah, no,
We're talking
not
about
Jared Leto. I'm sorry, man, but no.
we're talking about the
Joaquin
Batman
Phoenix. I'm
animated
sorry,
series.
but no.
Yeah, we're talking about the Batman animated series, the
Yeah,
Justice League Unlimited. We're talking about those. Those Joker is wow.
absolutely, absolutely.
Because
Yes,
those are
The Mark Hamill Joker.
the Mark Hamill, Keith Ledger, wow.
Mwah. The chef's kiss right there. So
And also Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is
Raj
pretty
al Ghul,
interesting.
yeah. Is it Ra's al Ghul or Raj al Ghul? In the
There's
Dark
so
Knight,
many.
they pronounced it Raj al Ghul. In the TV shows, they pronounced it Ra's al Ghul. And so I'm like,
It's so
I don't.
inconsistent. It's so inconsistent.
I just went with the movies because Christopher Nolan,
I just went with the animated shows because I love
Ra's al
those.
Ghul. I love Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, so that's the thing. I love, yeah, because Ra's al Ghul is so good in Batman
It's
Begins.
like
And yeah,
compared to other guys, his thing is like he lives forever, but they're able to make that
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Batman Begins is it's a far departure from like the comics, but they still have the League of Shadows. They still have him as like this kind of like ninja terrorist almost.
And also Liam
And
Neeson,
yes, Liam Neeson,
the man, the
the myth,
myth, the
the Qui
legend,
Gon,
the Qui-Gon.
the
No,
man, the myth, the Qui
no,
Gon.
I was like watching clips of Batman Begins. It's like, why do I feel like I've seen this man before? And then I was
Yes,
watching
he's
Phantom Menace.
everywhere.
I was watching
He
Phantom
has a
Menace. I'm
very
like,
particular set of skills, and when I find you, I will kill you.
and also I saw a trailer for
I'm
The
taking.
Honest Thief. The Honest Thief. I'm like, wait a minute, that's
I
Liam
haven't
Neeson.
seen that yet. Is it a movie? I don't even know.
It's gonna be a movie. And I'm like, I look at the main character. I'm like, wait, that's Liam
Qui
Neeson.
Gon.
Just
Yes,
like, oh my god, Liam Neeson's an amazing actor.
I love Liam Neeson.
And also,
What is it? I don't see him too often anymore. I know he's in The Greyhound, or no, The Grey. Greyhound is a different movie. He's in The Grey. That came a while ago. I keep confusing The Grey with Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer's the Chris Evans movie made by the Parasite dude. So that's a different thing, which is also very good. It's on
also
Netflix. Yeah,
Liam Neeson. The reason I like him is like he's like so calm. Like
he's so calm. He's
whenever
so
he
calm.
talks, even like Batman Begins, he's like you never get the sense that he's like angry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah, but he's also. I mean, I'm like rewatching Avatar, which is a 10 out of 10 show, which y'all should absolutely watch. And is it what
You gotta differentiate between like Airbender or
the
the movie.
Airbenders, the
The
Airbenders,
Airbender.
the Airbender. I was rewatching the last Airbender, not the movie, the show.
Do not watch the movie.
Do not watch
if we're
the
talking
movie.
about the Blue People movie.
Yeah, not the blue. Darn James Cameron. Oh my gosh, why'd you have to make another movie called Avatar that is also just as famous as the show? Like they're of very similar fame, except though people rewatch the show and no one rewatches the movie. So, like
It's been
I've
a
seen
while
the
since
movie
I've seen
once and I
yeah,
never
same here.
watched it
Same here. It's
again.
been so long.
Yeah, because that's all it is. But I was rewatching the show and I was saying like, Ra's al Ghul gives off quite a bit of a like a bending master vibe. He does these like I remember there's always a line I like to say. It's like, "Oh, warm your chest, like don't warm warm your chest, your arms will warm themselves or whatever." It's like a throwaway line just to like keep just like Bruce fell like into like ice, or he does all this talk about like what is it? he talks about his father or whatever. It's like it was not your fault. It was your father's and all this.
I
And he's just
he's
yeah.
just so calm. He's just so
He's very
calm.
calm, but he gives off such a like a bending
It's
master
like
vibe.
it's like
So,
I'd say it's like kind of like Bruce Greenwood and Kevin Conroy's Batman. It's like they rarely raise their voice, but even
oh
they're like
yeah.
calm, but it just commands a presence. Like
Oh
it's
yes.
like once he starts talking, no one talks. They just
Mhm.
they command your respect.
Mhm. All right. Do we want to
The,
segue back
yeah,
into
let's get back into
Vulture?
Marvel.
Yeah,
Vulture. All right.
Vulture.
So what
He's
clicks?
I remember sitting in Homecoming and then just like, hey, Peter goes, knocks on Liz's door. Hey, it's Homecoming Dads. And then Vulture, like Adrian Toomes, just opens the door. And I'm just like,
It's like
oh my
he
gosh,
pulls a hello
I
there.
didn't expect that.
He
They
pulls a
changed
hello
the
there.
comics, but I love this.
He pulled
And
a fat hello there.
he pulled a hello there. General Vulture. No.
General Kenobi. Anyways, this isn't a Star Wars podcast.
No, but it can be if y'all want another one. So I'll
We'll do
talk
another
for
one like
more
once
hours.
Mando comes out. Mando.
Yes, Mando too. Well, I am so ready. I'm beyond ready. So, what is it? Yes, he's just like Vulture. I don't. He's so like different from the other villains that we've had. Like he doesn't care about like world domination or like huge stakes. He's very, very much a Spider-Man villain. He's very
It's more
down to the
personal.
neighborhood. He's like a friendly neighborhood villain.
Well, I
Yeah,
wouldn't say a
so
friendly neighborhood villain. He
yeah,
disintegrated
he's a
Shocker.
neighborhood villain. Like he's not supposed to be these huge like world-ending villain. This is not an Avengers level threat. So and so that's like the only problem I have. Well, it's like I have a couple problems, like, which is why I like Homecoming like vastly more than Far From Home. Not to detract from Far From Home, we'll get to that eventually. But this is why all like Jake Gyllenhaal aside, he's amazing. But like Vulture just seems so much more like a Spider-Man villain. He's very like down to earth, or not like he's in the neighborhood and yada yada yada. You get it.
It's like more. I'd say
So
more. It's like more like personal.
it's more personal because he does cares about keeping his family like well off, and so because he has his own personal like motivated goals, you like help your family, but then it like turn like first it was like
It's a
that.
perverted version of help your family.
Yes, it's like it, but the whole point is like he has very much of a negative arc. He gets more engrossed by his like his work, quote unquote, his work, that it starts like harming. Just it's not he's stealing from like the Avengers. He's stealing from the Avengers, and he's stealing like yeah. So and also this, I love the way they used like the name like the Vulture, because what vultures do is they
They
literally
steal.
pick on like the remnants of other things, and that's exactly what Vulture was doing in Homecoming. So it's like a metaphor at the same time. So but it's like a metaphor, and just I just thought it's so cool because like the name isn't just like, oh, he's the Vulture. Why the hell are you called the Vulture? I don't know, because it sounds cool.
I mean,
It's
it
like,
does
no,
sound cool.
it does sound cool, but there's much more of a meaning to why he's called the Vulture. So, like, Loki is just his name.
I mean, that's
Thanos
like
is,
the
that's
name of
just his
the
name.
god, the god
Yeah, but
themselves.
like, yeah, and then even like, Mysterio, he kind of just made up that name because it's a stage name and he wants to be a like pretend superhero. And all that. So,
All that good
but yeah,
jazz.
yeah. So, all right, and then
Oh, who's
I'll
your
tell
number
you,
three then?
my number three is Red Skull.
Red's interesting. Not a lot of people would say
Yes,
Red Skull's their favorite.
I say number three. I never say it's my favorite, but
Not your favorite, but they wouldn't put it in
part
the
of it
top.
comes from how much I just adore the first Captain America movie. I love the first Avenger. So, um, like not it's not, and it's completely like a favorite. Like I don't consider it the best Marvel movie like at all. Like those go to like Winter
Black
Soldier,
Panther.
Civil War. Those are like top tier Marvel, but I would not detract the first Avenger. I would say it's just fairly underrated in these like modern days of like all these MCU movies. Like there's just so many, and then I feel like a lot of the Phase One gets very much brushed under the rug. It's like I we kind of don't really care about the other Marvel movies. We care about what's coming next. Oh, what's coming next? Oh, what's coming next? And then we kind of like to step back and just look at where it started. Like I love the first Iron Man. I love the first Thor, and I very much enjoyed the first Captain America.
But not the first
And
Hulk.
no, I've
That
seen
that
that movie twice in my whole life. So I've seen The Dark World maybe 3 times in my whole life,
Dark
which is
World was
more.
probably like their lowest point.
It's
Marvel's lowest
definitely. It was
point.
just so. It's still boring. It's so
It's
boring.
not. It's like not like terrible.
It's
Not
so
like the Hulk. Not like the
boring.
Hulk.
No, no, it's terrible.
I,
So
I mean, it's like
it's not it's
it's
not
not like
unwatchable.
unbearable. You know,
It's
it's not
not
unbearable.
unwatchable.
It's like,
Unwatchable. There are other
but
movies
like
that
compared to
can
like other
claim
Marvel
that.
movies, it's like they're. It's like the stakes don't feel like they're. You know, not like the
It's
stakes
not.
don't
It's
feel.
like There's so much that just goes wrong with the Dark World. The villain is not even. He's just not. I don't care. Thor as a character is boring. Jane Foster Thor relationship is boring. Eric Selvig is insane. Uh, but like in the most embarrassing way possible. And the plot is so this basic. It's too boring. It's just like I've seen all of this before, and it's not like you have to change everything fundamentally. It's just it's so like predictable. It's so by the books. It's like
It's like
you grabbed a ran. It's like you Googled basic plot structure and copy pasted and didn't change anything. So it's
I,
there's yeah.
it's like you don't need to change the formula. Just do something that separates it from the
Yeah,
others.
it's like they play every single trope in like the worst way possible. Oh, mysterious dark villain. Oh, look. And
He
then we have big world-ending stakes at the end. The random MacGuffin you have to go after. There's no character. There is no character.
I'd say the only two.
I
I'd say the two
no.
things. The two things that make it relevant is a the ether. Is it the ether?
Yeah,
Is it called
that's
the
it's
ether?
the ether. Yes,
Yeah,
it's the ether.
and b the collector.
Loki. Yeah, the
The col-
collector is there, but he's like a post-credit scene. He's like he's just not even a
but
part
like
of the
but
movie. So
he becomes very relevant though.
yeah, he's in like 2 movies. But he's a very much a part of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a 10 out of 10 movie. I love Guardians, so
It's actually really fun to watch.
it's
It is
very
so
fun.
fun.
But yeah, so the Dark World, never watch it unless you want to watch just like unless you're marathoning or just want to see the ether
You like
again.
to waste 2 hours of your life.
If you like to waste 2 hours of your life, there you go. I mean, I wouldn't like to, but please, it's no. Now, I will say this. My number 4 spot. Oh wait,
Ooh.
okay. We never like explained my like
Oh, you're number
Red
three.
Skull. I said yeah, Red Skull. I love the first Avenger, so it is partially influencing my bias toward Red Skull. But he's played by first and foremost, he's played by Lord Elrond. He is played by Agent Smith. He is
You have to
played
get out the
by
real name right here.
Hugo Weaving.
Yes,
So
the Hugo
yes,
Weaving.
the Hugo Weaving, who just he's so campy. He is so like over the top, but like well, no, he's not over the top. He's over the top in The Matrix, but he's incredible. He's incredible.
It's not like
Eh,
Palpatine levels.
no. But like when he's in The Matrix, like The Matrix Part 3, and then he just starts like laughing maniacally. He's just having so much fun playing this dude. Oh my gosh, it's so yeah. Um, he's Very good. I'd say he and Liam Neeson are on very much the same like levels, but like for different reasons. Liam Neeson's so calm, and Elrond is just so like
Why you call him Elrond?
Elrond. Elrond Hugo Weaving is just so like on. He's on a different. He's on the same level or of similar level, but just different reasons. He's the different type of character of actor. He acts different parts. Like obviously, that's like every actor. They'll act their own parts. But man, I just love how he does Red Stroll. And so he's like a completely insane Nazi boy.
Nazi boy.
Insane Nazi boy. Crazy, wants to like take over Germany. Like he's rebelling against Hitler. He's doing his own thing. He is not characterized super well, other than, which I do really like, he is a Captain America parallel. Like he is the dude that took the formula
And became red.
and became red. Well, yeah, because what I love is the formula. He says it amplifies everything on the inside. Good becomes great, bad becomes worse. And so
Ooh.
he was already bad. So I'm assuming bad becoming worse refers not to like health conditions, but like your like personality. You're like you become a worse person. And
But
so
I mean, it could relate to health too.
yeah, I could well, but the whole point is it's supposed to like make you stronger and more powerful and whatever. I
And more
mean,
thick. I mean, have you
and
seen Captain
more
America?
yeah, whoa! Hugo even didn't change that much because he didn't go in the chamber. He just stuck himself and then bam, he red now.
And but while Captain America,
Whoa! Chris Evans be like, "What's up?"
he thick. I mean, he
This is a
even
no.
says
This is
himself that he's
a
thick.
no. Yeah, kids, shield your ears. Shield your ears. Okay.
I think it's too late for that.
Quite too late. We'll, I'll just edit it out. No, no. Well, this is an unedited podcast. Wait, is it? I don't even
It's always
remember.
unedited
It's
because
always on. This is an unedited podcast. We have not edited anything except maybe like the beginning. I don't even know. But um, I'm not in control of this. But this is fine. I power
power.
control. This is my world, to quote Hugo Weaving, Agent Smith. This is my world. Um, yes, Red Skull. He is absolutely not the strongest villain out there. Like Killmonger is so much stronger as a character than Red Skull. Just so much stronger as a character. Like he
Oh,
has definite
definitely.
motivations, very much more relatable. He actually changes the protagonist for the better because the protagonist has, like Black Panther has to learn something in order to move forward with Wakanda and whatever. But I just love Red Skull. He's so campy.
And also, like
He's
the big
so
reveal.
he feels yes. What
You know the big reveal
the
in
big reveal? Wait,
Infinity
which
War.
one? Oh yes, yes. How could we forget? Literally, when I went and saw Infinity War, a friend of mine who we it was like a birthday party, and so like we just all went, and a friend of mine he was also there. He was like, so there's a theory that Red Skull is still alive, and he's just got teleported out somewhere. And literally the same day we watched Infinity War, and it was there, and we all just leaned over and stared at him, and I was like, oh my gosh.
The man
I
is a
knew
prophet.
this was. I thought what they would have done was like, yeah, he's probably still alive. They're probably gonna use him in like a comic or something, like an MCU spin-off, maybe like a TV show. And then there he was on the big old
His big
screen in like the biggest movie of the year. There it was, and I was just so.
he T-posed on them
Hmm.
all.
I did not even. Yes. So there we go.
That's your top four.
My top four is the
Now,
man, the myth, a meme, Justin Hammer,
Justin
Justin
Hammer.
Hammer, Justin Hammer. Oh my gosh, this man also very similar reasons to Red Stroll, but like he's played by the man, the actor. What's his name? Wait. I literally just said his name like yesterday. Wait, what is it?
Justin
I almost
Hammer?
said Arm& and Hammer.
Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer. I can't believe this. I just
You
said Sam
just said
Rockwell.
it and then
Sam
you
Rockwell.
forgot.
Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell. So, he's here or there. I don't know him from other. He gives me very strong James Gunn vibes. I don't know why. Well, actually, he just looks like James Gunn a little bit here or there. But he's so campy. He's so bizarre. He's such a 2000s villain. he's
Which
he
fits perfectly.
he is like emo Peter Parker sometimes, but not emo, just weird. Because he'll be like, America, Army, Navy, the Marines. And he just dances across the stage, and then I want my bird. I just took him. Here's your bird. Here. How do you like that? Take the bird. Take his shoes. I just took your stuff.
Take the
I
shoes.
just took your stuff away. How do you feel? Feels pretty bad, huh?
No,
Well, that's how I feel.
no, the most important thing, the shoes.
I just took your stuff.
The shoes, they were the most important thing ever.
Take his stuff. Yeah, and so, oh man, this is why Justin Hammer has to come back in the MCU. He has to come back. Maybe in like Ant-Man or like Spider-Man. No. I feel like we need Spider-Man should like stick with like a couple other things. Like there's too much to fit in a Spider-Man movie. Leave like you could reference him, but kind of leave him out. But I would say put him in Ant-Man 3. Put him in Ant-Man and the Wasp #2.
No,
So
isn't the villain rumored to be Kang the Conqueror?
I thought that was like the Avengers one. I don't know. I don't know about Ant-Man,
No, because
but
or that's Doctor Strange. No, wait, isn't Doctor wait?
Doctor Strange the villain. What? No, Doctor Strange's villain's gonna be like Nightmare or something.
I don't know. It's like
I'm
it's
pretty sure
very
Doctor
unknown at this
Strange's
point.
villain is gonna be Nightmare. I'm pretty sure. I
It could.
think like theories go around. And it's like gonna be like Kane the Conqueror for the next like Avengers team up, like the new Avengers or
No,
whatever.
wouldn't it be Galactus?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna pull Galactus that like for this movie because like they threw Dormammu in Doctor Strange. Well, particularly because he's a Doctor Strange villain, but he's also like he's very much a
He's an
Galactus
Avengers
for
level
the
threat.
MCU. Well, yeah, he is an Avengers level threat. But the way like or Dormammu came across in Doctor Strange is like this is like Galactus. Like he wasn't like the typical flaming head Dormammu from the comics and whatever. And basically in like the dark dimension, but
The
like he
dank
looked
dimension.
like a cosmic threat. Like he's very much he wanted to like consume Earth. He wanted to add it to his fine edition of dark
My
dimension planets
no, your planet will make a fine addition to my
to my
collection.
exactly, yeah. And so instead of like eating Earth, he kind of like just collects Earth, which is like also a bad thing because why not? But I was like, he's very much the MCU's Galactus without Galactus. But I think they could absolutely throw Galactus in anyway, which means Fantastic Four. Can we please get John Krasinski? Please, please
What about please Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer?
get Silver Surfer, please. I want Silver Surfer. I want to see him. I want to see Silver Surfer
I
in
want to see
this
I want to see Chris
universe.
Rogers as the Human Torch.
Oh,
I'm
I
kidding. I'm
guess.
kidding.
Yeah, I guess that. I mean, maybe anything's possible. So yeah, there you go. That's Galactus. I don't know.
Now, what
So
about the bottom four?
the bottom four. Let's see. Can I even remember their darn names? Let's go. Bottom. The dead bottom.
Yellow Jacket,
No, he's like the lower half, but I wouldn't put him at the bottom four because I still remember his name.
Abomination.
Oh, let's start with Malekith, the Dark
Oh,
Elves.
the dark. Oh gosh. Oh
Malekith,
god.
do you even remember this man?
No,
Oh
I
my.
didn't remember him until you told me.
Exactly. I only remember him just because he's the most boring and just the like no, just no, please. He's boring. He has a lame dark backstory. He's like, "Oh, I fought." He like I don't know. I mean, backstory is just backstory, but as a character, he is not a character. He is an object. He is a
Oh, he's a
goal.
he's
He
a
is a
living plot
he is
device.
well, a plot device just moves the plot. He just is the
Oh,
plot.
true, true.
So, like the ether's a plot device, or other things are
Jane
plot
Foster?
devices. Jane Foster is a character. She is the basic romantic interest,
No, but
and
she's
also a
also
plot
kind like
device
since the
because
ether
the
was
ether goes
inside of her.
inside her. So yeah, so that's sort of a plot device because who knew that they could do that? And then Rocket comes and just jabs her and just sucks it out, even though the whole
Ja-
plot of the movie is to get it out of her. And yet, and the Asgardians are all like, "Oh,
we must
it's
use
very
magic
hard.
rituals.
This is hard to do. We can't do it."
Rocket
And
just comes
then
along and
Rocket
just
comes and just sticks her and is like, "Here." And then
ma-
just
magic.
imagine it from her perspective. It'd be like, so you walk into your room and then a raccoon just sticks you, and then seconds later, a guy with a shield and a hammer
Just
sticks you again, and then and you're just like, what happened? It was out of me. This movie could have been over.
it could
And
have been over in a
so,
matter of 10 seconds.
yeah, this movie could have been over. Or, how about this? The ether in the MCU. Because remember, okay, let's go to Endgame. When the Ancient One says, if you remove the stones, we use the stones to keep the fabric of reality in balance or whatever. And if you remove the stones, I lose my chief weapon against the forces of darkness. Blah, blah, blah. Bruh, you can remove the ether and it won't do a darn thing other than remove the worst movie in the MCU. Which I think that's a good thing.
I think everyone would want that actually.
Because if you put the ether, like, in the MCU, the ether just got, it was used a long time ago. They stopped it and they buried it underneath somewhere that Jane Foster just happens to stumble across. And then
And
because she
also, why would
just
you put your hand in there too?
she stuck. Well, wait, how does Thor say it? She stuck her hand in the ether, and then that ether stuck itself in her. Ooh, the dark elves.
That just sounds
Ooh.
so wrong.
That's exactly what he says though, and it's hilarious. But because I love that he's of all the movies that they revisit in Endgame, they revisit the Dark World of all the movies. But it's also the only one that well, actually, no. You could have revisited the Collector. You could have done that. I don't even know. Who cares?
Yeah, but then but the thing
But
about
Thor needed to see his mother and
no, he
whatever,
needed like
all
his
that
he
jazz.
needed
He
his like
needed to do that.
all of them the reason for the time travel, the
He
reason
needed
it
like a
worked.
37th paradigm. What was that?
No, reason for the time by itself, the time travel thing wouldn't have been besides nostalgia purposes, it wouldn't have been that good,
Wait,
But the thing
what about it? I
you know
mean,
how
the best
they
thing that the
revisit.
time travel allows, like they only did okay.
No, because the
I
reason.
when I yeah, I don't love Endgame time travel just because it feels very lazy. Like you time travel and it doesn't do anything other than split the timeline, and they don't really do anything with that other than like they're gonna make a whole like bunch of shows after it. And the only reason, which is like what I believe is the best reason for it, is to just kind of give a reflection on the MCU. Like, hey, yo, this is how far we've come. This is where we've gone. This is where we've been, and now we're gonna go forward with
I mean,
this.
not only that,
Yeah,
but
like
also
that was very good.
oh,
It is nostalgic, but it is also very like somewhat meta. Like you're reflecting on your own movies, which I thought was very good.
no,
But
not only on the
also,
movies though, not only on the movies, reflects on the characters too.
well, yeah, obviously. So
Iron Man,
he
Tony
talks to
Stark, his
to
father.
Howard
That
Stark again,
yeah,
or Captain America like gets a glimpse at Peggy again, which helps set up the ending, and then.
Thor talks to
Um,
his mother again.
Yeah,
He
but
was
except though the mother pep talk kind of doesn't do a whole lot. It's kind of like he has a pep talk with Rocket,
but that
and
doesn't
then
work. That doesn't
they
work.
cut back, and then he runs away again, and then he has a pep talk with he has so many pep talks. He has a pep talk with Hulk in the beginning of the movie, sort of, and then he has a pep talk uh with Rocket, and then another one with Frigga, the mother, and then
That's it basically.
that's kind of
No,
it. But like
no. The
that's
thing,
like one too many, man.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
The reason for that is because he's suffering due to depression, right?
Well, yeah, I
And
get
like
it.
depression's not gonna get over depression like that quickly.
Yeah.
Like he's been in depression for like what, a fat 5 years.
Fat 5 years.
Oh, he's
So
very a fat.
fat 5 years. I know. Jokes aside, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
the thing
mean,
is like
I didn't love Thor in
like the
Endgame. I
but
was like,
it's like
no.
because like Hulk's didn't work. His pep talk didn't work that well, and like the only reason it came
It's
was
not
because
even a
of
pep
Gene.
talk. It's just a big
Yeah,
convincing thing. But
yeah,
like, I don't
convincing.
know.
Rockets was like tough love. His was tough love. Like
Tough
like
love.
hey, get over it already. We have to do this. Get
I
over it
know.
already. But it doesn't work.
I don't know. It all comes across as very frustrating to me, though. I don't know. It's like because they play off the whole like his whole depression is a joke, and also like okay, is this joke gonna
Yeah,
end ever? And then like they try and
definitely.
do like they do the legitimately try to like character build and whatever. But I don't know. I just could not buy this. Like I get he's depressed, but it's just it feels such a
Yeah,
far cry
it
from
wasn't like
where Ragnarok and Infinity War was. Well, I feel like Ragnarok and Infinity War seem to fight a little bit because you're Thor, the god of thunder, not Thor, the god of hammers. And I get it, blah blah blah. Stormbreaker is supposed to enhance your powers, but like it didn't come across as that. If like your whole plot, if your whole the plot of your subplot just boils down to get another weapon to kill Thanos,
the thing is though. The thing is
like I don't know, man.
it's unlike it's like Hulk's. It's Thor's like kind of Thor's fault. That end game happens though. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, that is true, but it's not. He doesn't feel like the same character that we walked away from Ragnarok with. He feels like I get that. Well, the Endgame Thor and the Infinity War Thor are the same, but it's not the Ragnarok Thor, and he doesn't. He's like because Asgard is a place, not a people, and yeah, we well that's still the same. Like we have Asgard is now New Asgard, and it's in Norway for some reason, but Earth. Yes, so that's a thing. An entire planet. Well, not that's nice. Not even a planet. It was more like a couple hundred people, or a couple thousand people, I guess. And then y'all are just peacing out on Earth.
Chill,
Mass immigration, guys.
chill.
Chill. So
All right. Anyways, we how far of a tangent did we go on? We were
it's
talking
such a
about
tangent. I
the
don't know.
bottom of
I'm just like I
villains.
don't know. I like Endgame is great. There are so many. There's so much to love in that movie, but
The
like
last act, that was
there's
great.
just so much I just did not agree with. It didn't sit with me. Like I've absolutely gotten over it, but like when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know how much I like this.
But the last
So
few,
yeah,
the last hour of the movie,
yeah.
that
No, yeah, yeah, no, no. It's amazing. Yeah,
that
the
part
last
was
hour is
amazing.
great. It's great. Except yeah. So that's that. We can get to
Yeah,
that.
we'll get to that
We'll
later.
get
But
to that.
all right, but
What is our
you
other bottom for?
so
Do
you
we want
said
to
the elf
continue with
guy.
the bottom four?
Yeah,
Here,
the elf
we don't
guy.
have to go in depth with all the bottom four. We can
Because
just
there's
kind
not
of
much to
like
go
say it.
with. There's
There's
not
not
much
much to
depth to
go
go
with.
to, anyways.
Yeah. The Mandarin, Aldrich
Oh my god, the
Killian.
Mander. Wait, are we talking about like
Uh,
the actor or like the
no,
Hawkeye?
just Aldrich the Killian,
Aldrich
the
Killian,
extremist guy. I'm like, I don't know. What is Whiplash? He's
Whiplash.
he's fun to watch, but he's just very lame.
What happened to his
He's a
shoes?
dude
Give him
with
his
whips.
shoes.
Give him his shoes. I want my bird. I want my bird. I want my bird. And so he's fun. Maybe he's a little bit higher. Maybe I put him at like 6 or something, like 5, whatever. What
But
else? I'm going through all the movies in my head.
Abomination from Hulk.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about him too. Put him at the no. Put him at number 1. I mean, at the
Even the
bottom,
elf. Even the elf.
bottom below the elf. Yeah, I no, I don't remember him at all. Maybe it's just because cause I don't know how. Cause what's his name? Blonsky. That's his like real name.
All
I
I
don't know
remember is
how he
that he's
is.
called Abomination.
Yeah, like I don't remember what him as a character was at all. So maybe he isn't bad as a villain, but he's very forgettable. Maybe he's not bad. I don't really know.
I
Because
know the
the
movie
whole
was
point of
forgettable.
Abomination was he was just a dude, and then he was like, I want Hulk power, and then so he permanently transforms to Abomination, and that's the thing. because he was like a soldier. He was like part of the arm, not the army, but like the army, or I don't even know. It's like the
We
military.
but
So
it's like he's very forgettable. But the
he's
movie
so
was very
forgettable.
forgettable.
The movie was. I mean, I found the movie disgusting. I thought it was gross. The way like they graded the footage, like the colors looked very like gave me like vomit like ideas. It's a very nasty. It's a disgusting movie. There's like I don't know. It's a very dirty movie. Not dirty in like bad R-rated things, but like dirty just it's very grungy. It's very it doesn't it's not very appealing to look at. And it's not like
Like the rest of
it's
the MCU,
ugly.
the
It has
setting
a
of it,
hella style. It has hella style, but it's just I can't. It's very much like a David Fincher 7 vibe. Like, well, not the like plot, but just the look. It's very contrasty, very harsh, and so it's like I can't watch it that much. So, but that's the thing. Yeah, it's just nasty because Abomination's disgusting. He's nasty. All that. The Hulk mutations, like when he turns into the Hulk, it's nasty because he like
Mark.
it's like morphs and like just like you can hear his like bones shift, and it's a very detailed transformation, but it's also gross.
But it's
So
a detailed transformation, but we don't want a detailed transformation.
we don't because
I
like
like the
when in the Avengers, the Hulk transformation is like very good. He just kind of scales up a bit, and then
but it's also
you
very like he just tries to
it's
push
more
him away,
it's
but he
more
loses the
smooth.
fight. It's like
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the visual transformation itself is cleaner. Like,
it's
yeah,
all
the
like
Incredible Hulk transformation is a little more like, I guess, real. Like, I don't want to use the word realistic, but like that's probably what it would look like.
yeah, but like we don't
It's
want that. It's like
nasty,
but
but
we
we
don't
don't
want
want
that.
that because this is a kids franchise. Like, I remember when
It's not a
Hulk
kids
came
franchise.
out.
It's more like a. It's like
It's like
it's like
it should be somewhat kid friendly. Like you should be able to watch it and like as like someone that is a child that should like it should be friendly, but it doesn't have to. It's not made specifically for kids. It's like it's made for someone who understands the characters, anyone who can understand the characters and feel and like care for the complexities of Iron Man's grief, the complexities of Captain America's like American patriotism and all that. That's who it would be made for. So, but I'm just saying it should be somewhat accessible. It should be accessible to
relatable.
children, and Hulk is not
It's like
accessible. It's
no, the kids problem.
disgusting. I would never want to watch that as a kid. It's not like it's not that it's hard. It's not R-rated by any means, but it's not appealing to the eye.
If it was like R rated, then it'd be fine.
I wouldn't want to watch that either. That
Yeah,
sounds
I mean, but like,
nasty.
but it's fine because it's R rated.
I do hope that Mark Ruffalo gets a Hulk movie though. I do hope that happens, but also Professor Hulk sounds a little boring for a Hulk movie.
Professor.
It's like it's
If it was a
just
TV show, I'd be absolutely
all he
perfect
is
with that.
big Mark Ruffalo. So like that's kind of all it boils down to. He's big Mark Ruffalo, and
Okay, if it was a TV show, that'd be fine with me. I'd love a
well, there
TV
is a
show.
Hulk TV
I mean,
show.
like
It's
Professor.
very old.
I mean, Professor Hulk TV show.
Professor Hulk.
I
I
think
have
that'd
no
be
idea.
pretty. I think it'd be pretty alright.
I wouldn't turn it down right away, but I don't know. I'm a little uneasy about Professor Hulk moving forward because that was another part in Endgame. I was like, why this off-screen development that I've been waiting for since Avengers? I want to see him actually help like deal with. Well, actually, no, because in Avengers he says the amazing iconic line, "I'm always angry," which I love so much. And then he kind of
He mellows
like
down.
goes down into like he doesn't really know what he's doing.
He's a chill dude. He becomes chill
He's
dude.
like in Age of Ultron, he's like still kind of like he can sort of control it, but he can't change back without like suns going down, those like code words.
I like how they made that a joke in like Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it kind of doesn't work
No,
anyway.
it doesn't even work.
It doesn't work at all. It's just like Natasha and all that. That that that
That
that.
jazz, that jazz.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like I'm kind of that was a kind of weird part of Age of Ultron.
It
The
became
the Black Widow Hulk romance. It was weird. I'm glad that it ended, but I'm kind of impressed that they did address it and let it like naturally kind of fall apart, like naturally get toned down. Cuz you can see like in Infinity War, that is the first like Hulk and like Bruce Banner and Black Widow, that's the first time they met up since Age of Ultron. They haven't seen each other since. And they still addressed the romance that they once had, and they accept that they don't have to be a thing anymore. Like this doesn't have to move forward. And I thought that's a very good thing that they remembered that and like allowed it to like gave it a little bit of time, even though it was like not even a minute. It was not even a minute, but they gave it a little bit of time and it was understandably like went down. Like they understandably ended that subplot that there was. So because of course Black Widow and Hawkeye are a wonderful team. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, sad. Oh yeah, there's a Hawkeye show. I forgot there was a Hawkeye show coming out. I hope it's good. I hope Hawkeye actually gets a chance to shine.
speaking of
because
the shows, yeah.
yeah, because like I mean, everyone wanted Hawkeye to die because he was like the least like cared for character. But I was like, if he dies, that's just gonna be sad. Like not sad as in like not sad that he died, but sad that like
They did nothing with
this
him.
was wasted. This was just so you put him in here since Thor number one. He's been around, and you haven't done anything with him, and the only thing you can do is just to kill him. Because Black Widow dying is it's actually emotionally moving. If Hawkeye died, I'd be like, finally, they killed him. But I think they absolutely did the right move
Yeah, and
by
kill off.
having Natasha like because her story is we love Black Widow. She's such a good personality. She's been in The Winter Soldier. She's been in the Avengers movies, and she has such like people love Black Widow, and the fact that she dies is not to like it's to give Hawkeye like a chance. I think the Hawkeye show is to give Hawkeye finally a chance to like make him a character, like make him a much better character. Because they got very close when we saw his family in Age of Ultron and like when they go to the farm, which people don't like that scene, but I think it's fine because it's actually character
I love
building.
this. I love that scene personally.
It's character building. It's all about Hawk. Like we get to see Hawkeye's family, whatever, and it's great. Like it does somewhat interrupt the pace of the movie a little bit, but it's great for what it is, for what it means. And also I think Hawkeye is better than ever in Endgame. Like
Oh,
he's
definitely.
motivated. Ronan's
He's like,
insane, but
he has like
also
he has nothing
very
to lose
sane.
basically. He has nothing to lose
Yeah,
and
and
everything
like
to
this,
gain.
I love the part where he time travels. He goes back to the farm and he sees them and he's like about to just start sobbing before he's just pulled out of it and brought back to the present. So like I love that part, and I love the opening scene of Endgame is terrific when you see his family all disappear.
Oh my god.
It's good. It's very good, and so like you can't when you open your movie with that scene, you can't kill off Hawkeye because that's the end goal. That is the end game for him. He has so the he shouldn't he needs to stay alive because well that's where his goal is. And yes, Black Widow, her goal is she has a family in the Avengers, and yeah, we get that she's like that's what she had that and she wanted it and she chose to give it up. Whereas Hawkeye, his family was like, yes, the Avengers is his family, but he has like his normal family, the one he cares more about, arguably, was taken from him. But Black Widow wanted to willingly like give a sacrifice, and so that I just think I think it's just such a better move because in the long run, I really hope that we start loving Hawkeye. So because yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing about the Black Widow Hawkeye decision of who to die. I'm just sad that Black Widow wasn't in the final fight, though. That's sad. It's very sad that she wasn't a part of all that. But oh well, for the story,
Definitely.
for the story. So,
Speaking of the
um,
shows, speaking of the shows,
the shows, Loki, the
WandaVision. I'm
WandaVision.
so excited for
What
WandaVision.
is WandaVision? What is it? I don't know what it
Oh wait, do you
is.
know what WandaVision's powers are like in the comics?
I know she can like completely manipulate reality and like
Oh yeah, that's definitely yeah
change
that. It's
because
like I think
she created the House of M timeline,
yeah.
and I know she because in the movies I saw like I was like, okay, he's fast, she's weird, get it. So she can like go in, she can like incept people's minds basically, and she can use the Force, specifically move stuff with her brain.
Me personally, she was probably my favorite heroine in the franchise. Me personally.
Oh yeah. I would say who's mine? I don't know. I love Black Widow.
Oh, I love Black Widow.
I love Black
She's
Widow.
number two, but number one's Scarlet
Mm,
Witch.
yes, Scarlet Witch. Hmm.
Because I love the powers. I
Oh
love her
yeah.
powers. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
you could
She's the most powerful Avenger because she could destroy an Infinity Stone, which is
get
like
this
what?
Captain Marvel thing out crap out of here.
Captain
She's the most
Marvel
powerful.
leave.
Scarlet
I
Witch
want
is
to
the most
see
powerful.
Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel fight. I bet Scarlet Witch would just rip her
I mean, but
apart
like
because
right
she
now,
almost ripped apart Thanos. She almost ripped him apart, and I was like, "Yo, if he didn't rain fire, but
make it
sir, our
rain.
troops, if he didn't make it rain, he would have died."
You would have
So,
absolutely. And,
like, he would have.
and that was like still when she was testing. She wasn't even like full power.
Because like
She wasn't
Captain Marvel
Palpatine. She
went
didn't have
toe to
full.
toe with Captain Marvel went toe to toe with Thanos and Thanos just like boot her out. But
He
to be fair, he used the power stone to do that. But like it's not the same, man. So yeah,
like
Starlet Witch, like he didn't stand a chance with Starlet Witch like whatsoever. So
so basically WandaVision, in my opinion, it's like I think the
what
story is like
is it? I'm pretty sure the story is like they're probably trapped in some government facility and she's like stuck in like or maybe like okay, here's my two theories. They're stuck in a government facility. WandaVision or no. Because she's like powerful and the government like wants to use her power or whatever, and then she resurrects Vision, and so he or maybe she created the whole thing
yeah, that's the
and
most
they're
popular
not in a
theory.
government facility and the sitcom is completely like created
Yeah, like
and
that's the most popular theory that she created the entire thing,
yeah,
like with her
and then
powers.
so physical like location, I don't know where they are, but whatever happens is Vision gets out somehow, and then there's other characters in the show too that I don't know what they mean, but also yes. So, or yeah, I don't know, because I know that this show is absolutely going to delve more into her comic powers, less of the basic telekinesis, and more of the reality manipulation.
Oh,
How is the MCU gonna deal with someone that powerful? I have no idea.
I mean, Star Wars dealt with Palpatine. I'm sure the MCU could do that.
Well, Palpatine just keeps dying, so
I mean, but
he just.
okay,
But
if a
she,
franchise can deal with the Senate, they can deal with a
but
reality
they
actor.
didn't. Well, they dealt with it a long time ago, but now they cannot deal with the Senate. So
I am the Senate.
yes, but he's no longer the Senate in the Rise of the Skywalker. We
That is
shall
why he was
not.
a
The
terrible
movie,
character. Not
the
because of the
movie, we,
writing, not because of the writing, but because he wasn't the Senate.
he wasn't the Senate. That's it.
He did not love democracy.
No, 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 no,
He
no,
did not have
no, 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 no,
full unlimited power.
no, 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 no,
That is
no,
not
no,
the
no, no.
Palpatine we love.
No, 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 absolutely not. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go on a Star Wars tangent.
We'll
I
do
just
that in
don't. I don't
Mando.
want to go down this path, this dark path,
We'll do that
because
in Mando.
forever will it dominate my destiny. So I don't. Yeah, we'll come back to this at the
But
end of the Mandalorian probably,
uh,
which will probably end up being around like January, I assume.
yeah, probably January.
January would be when when we dip back into Star Wars, and then which is a decent amount of time. We'll set up some other things. Yeah.
Uh,
We
um,
want to touch on some other things.
the
So
future, like the future.
the future. We have the shows. Oh, it couldn't have been a better time to delay a Marvel movie. Like I think Spider-Man: Far From Home is a very good way to have left off because it's very much like an epilogue to the MCU. Like we got Endgame, which is like the ending, and then we got Far From Home, which is like how are normal people dealing with what happened in Infinity War Endgame? How is the world different? And it ended very well. Obviously, there's a Spider-Man cliffhanger, but like as an MCU like capstone, it's a good way. Like Black Widow is probably the best movie to have been pushed back. So that's that.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier. That is it. Is it Captain America and the Winter, or is it Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I keep getting
It's Falcon the Winter Soldier, yeah,
I,
or
I,
it's Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I think.
I
Yeah,
keep getting the
it's
name mixed up.
I don't even know what it sounds kind of like. That's the show I'm the least excited for. Not because I think it'll be bad, but it's just WandaVision is so weird that I'm
Which
very
works.
excited for.
Yeah, the weirdness works in its favor.
Because, like, this is the only. I'm so happy that they're going with the sitcom route. Because that could never be a movie. Like, it has to be a show. Because it would work. Like,
It worked better. It worked better.
sitcom, like, idea would just never work as a movie. And so because now when they have the serialized episodic format, they're gonna fully start experimenting with that medium, with that structure of storytelling, and so they're gonna do that with the sitcom. And first of all, they're sort of not parodying, but like paying homage to the sitcom.
The sitcom era,
Yeah,
basically.
the sitcom era. And so, I mean, like sitcoms throughout history, because like we still have sitcoms, like there's still sitcoms, but like it's more like sitcoms back then, sitcoms now, because it goes from black to white, and then they do that color transition, and that's all very interesting. So, I have no idea what the show is. Well, I have an idea, but it does not
And
go
we'll have
very
to see until
far.
the movie comes.
I
The show comes out.
I cannot wait. I am just ecstatic. And Loki, I have no idea what it is, but it looks like it'll be very fun. And Hawkeye is finally the chance to give Hawkeye actual character, like more love. Give him more love. Give him some love. And so, but like Captain America and the South and
Like
the Winter Soldier,
compared to them.
it just like it's very promising. Like I cannot wait to see Sam Wilson as Captain America. I cannot wait to see the Falcon as Captain America. I think he's going to do great, and I think it's going to be great. Um,
Also, isn't Baron Zemo coming back?
yes, he's coming back, and he has the purple sock. He has the sock uniform, the sock mask, because his mask looks like a sock. on his head. It's back.
What? What?
You know his purple mask,
Oh, as the
his
bear?
comic mask, the
Yeah,
bear. Yeah, he's it. I like to call it the purple sock
because it looks like
because
a
it
sock.
looks like a sock that he put on his head. Yeah.
I
So
mean, but like Baron Z, I'd say Baron Zemo's more. He's not like he's not a physical villain. He's more like a not psychological. He's more of a. Okay, the reason Baron Zemo works in Civil War is because he's not like the strongest villain. Most definitely not.
which is how you do a Superman. You know, Superman is Captain America is Superman done right. He
Yeah,
is
No,
an
Superman.
American
Yeah,
hero that has kind of a non-specific set of powers. It's just like he's very strong, he's
I mean
very
like
fast, he can do crazy things. He doesn't have a definite weakness,
no,
but
but
it
I'd say
works
like
best when he's playing a game of chess with people. Like Superman's most formidable villain is a normal dude. Lex Luthor.
no,
And so now
yeah. The thing
we
is no,
can
the
do the
reason
same thing.
no
Yeah.
yeah, but because like Superman works not as the big strong dude. He doesn't work like that. He works as like like the strongest man alive.
He's
Surely
the
you'd be able
guy.
to make a story like an interesting character out of that because
Yeah,
how
because I mean,
no
Superman, if you gave him something to punch, like a normal villain, he'll just punch him to death or whatever. Like, he'll
he's
just punch him
basically a
till he
god.
wins.
He's basically a
Yeah, which
god.
means you can't do that kind of villain with Superman, which I think is similar to Captain America. Like, Captain America will keep punching until
Until the
he
end of
beats the
time.
guy, which means yeah,
He could do this all day.
yeah, he will do this all day, which is like that's why I think a very great villain to take it with is kind of how will he challenge the values of the character because Captain America very much has an arc, but he's known as the Boy Scout, the guy who will stand by his values.
And that's also Superman. He's
That is Superman. And so this is how you do a Superman movie, how they did a Captain America movie is challenge
challenge their
his own
ideals.
ideals. Because what I think is genius is Captain America is a character from 19 like World War II, patriotic America. And then he's frozen in time and brought to post 9/11 America. There is distrust, there is surveillance, there is like government distrust.
Yeah, you have to
And
be like
patriotism is nowhere near what he came from. And so he has trouble dealing with modern America. It's very meta, but it's like it's such. I think it's a 10 out of 10 adaptation of Captain America. So
like yeah, both Captain America and
yeah,
Superman. They have like
yes,
similar like
they're
heroic.
very similar, absolutely similar.
I'll touch
Yeah,
on Superman on DC podcast. I'll touch on that more because oh boy,
we'll do that
I have a
on
lot to talk
another
about
time.
Superman. But yeah,
Oh yeah,
the Superman.
I can talk
He's the
about
strongest man
Shazam.
alive, right? He's like
Yeah,
the god. He's
this
god
last son
level
of
strong. But the
Krypton.
thing is, it's his ideals that keep him from being a tyrannical ruler. Because like he can
Yeah, you know,
easily
there's like
just
that. I remember there's a line or whatever in the he's fighting Darkseid, and it's in the animated show, and he's like, my whole life it's
my whole life.
been
It's like I've
it's like
been
living in a town of paper or whatever,
living a
and
town
now
of
you're gonna
cardboard.
finally
Now finally I get
you'll finally see what it's like to for me to I don't know,
no. It's like but
but
finally
yeah.
now but you're not like that, are you?
Yeah,
And
so
then
I'm like,
so you can take this.
that is so interesting because it's like this guy who like well, first of all, he's supposed to be like the prime American, fight for truth,
Yeah.
justice, the American way,
No, he's not. No,
and
he's not American.
no, no,
Superman's not
no,
American.
he's an immigrant from Krypton.
Technically no. But the
On a
thing,
meta level, he's an immigrant,
yeah. But no,
and he is
Superman's not
fighting
about
for America.
patriotism.
Yeah,
He's about right and
yeah.
wrong. He's about right and wrong.
Yes,
That's his
definite
thing.
right and wrong. That's his thing. Yep, that's absolutely yeah. So that's what Superman's always been. He's been the Boy Scout of America. So
Well,
he's
Boy
been,
Scout
and
of the
that's
world, basically. Boy Scout
the
of the
world.
world.
Yeah, because he's transitioned to like a global hero, but he
He
fights
is
for
a
the
global
American way.
icon.
Yeah. Yes.
But the thing is, the reason Lex Luthor I think works is because like no matter what Superman
He
does.
challenges him on a philosophical level, like his yeah.
And the thing is, no matter how much Superman puts him in jail, he's always gonna get out. He has the money to do so.
Yeah,
So it's like,
because he could like just kill Lex Luthor at any point. He could just punch him
but he
once in the
chooses
face
not
and he
to.
dies. Yeah, but that goes against his values. He will not. It's just like Batman and the Joker. He will not kill the Joker, even though
He's
he knows if he does
he's
it, he could
very
finally end
overqualified
it.
to do that.
Yeah, he could absolutely just end it there, but he will not do it.
Oh, do you know that
And you
injustice?
can't just punch him down until like he's just Lex Luthor's a genius, and
But he's not
so he's
strong.
going to do more than just give him some punching bag to beat at the end of the day. He's not a villain of the week. He's not a punching bag.
He's the A-list villain.
Yeah, he will put in like situations that Superman will have to like think about or whatever. So
Well, I mean,
like kind
Superman
of
is smart. Let's not get that wrong. Superman
he's
is
very
smart.
smart. Yeah, he ain't no Batman, but he is smart. He's not
I think
stupid
that's
is
the reason
all.
people not don't undermine his intellect because they compare him to Batman.
Yeah,
Like
Batman's like
Batman's like
legitimately a genius. Like he
no, he's
is
like you could take the world together and he'd beat them all with his brain alone.
literally
But
because Batman's supposed to be the prime human.
like
Yeah,
like the peak of humanity,
yeah, the peak of
humanity
humanity.
on a
So
physical and
because he's
intellectual.
physical and mentally like
Well, I mean, mental. We're talking about intellectual,
yeah.
not like his like mental state, because that is not peak human. His mental state is not peak human
Oh,
condition.
yeah, yeah. He's I guess.
We're gonna touch on this on the DC podcast. There's so much to talk
Yep,
about though.
there's so
There's like
much to talk about. We'll
yeah, but
stick to
anyways,
Marvel.
back to Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Captain America.
So Captain America, genius, like because what he does in order to stick to his American values is he has to basically betray the government because he's like learned like this is not according to what Captain America believes, like what he believes is that America is not what it used to be and the government is not like shield it's not what it should be. And so he becomes a fugitive. Like the prime American becomes a fugitive of America.
Which shows like how much America has been changed. Like
It's yeah, because it's not about like his Captain America's whole thing is that um no, you move, Don't plant your feet like a tree and say no, you move. And so that's his whole thing. He's not changing, but he has to like
but
yeah, he
it's like
becomes a little bit less of a Boy Scout. He becomes a little bit more like
cynical. Would you say
not
cynical?
like not cynical, but like more less selfless, more selfish. Like he's willing to enjoy himself a little more because
And by the
remember
end
at
of
the end of
Endgame,
Endgame he said Tony taught me that like live life a little. That's his arc. Like learn
Tony
to
told him to get a life, basically.
yeah, basically like he gave up everything at the end of First Avenger.
I
And
mean,
then
I think he
now he's
deserves it.
finally
I think he
he
deserves a
deserves
life.
it. He so deserves it. That's why Captain America is my favorite character out of the MCU. Even though I love Spider-Man, but
And Iron Man.
I love Iron Man. I love them so much, but Captain America just
It's
yanks my heartstrings, man.
it's
So
like it's like the man the like they said the
yeah,
man like
the myth, the man at a time. Yeah,
yeah, the
and all
man out of
that.
time, because he's like his ideals don't match like current America. Like America back then,
Yes.
it would definitely fit. Like patriotism, the greater good, because like it also challenges like what America's about, because America's about freedom.
Yes, it's about freedom,
But
truth,
then like the
justice.
people
Yeah.
are willing to sacrifice that freedom for security.
It's yeah, that's all what the Winter Soldier's about. Yeah, because that's what Nick Fury believes. He's like, and that's exactly what the through line of the conflict between Captain America and Nick Fury. It's because he shows him the helicarriers, and he's like, and Captain America says, "You're willing to sacrifice freedom for security." Or whenever we try to stop a war before it happens, it just kind of makes it worse or whatever.
But
And
like
then
that's the world we live in, though.
that is the
Like
world we live in, yeah, which is it's kind of depressing, and but it's where it's what it's coming to because we live in a post 9/11 world. we live in a post 9/11 world, and so now we have like TSA, we have like all these security precautions. People don't trust people like they used to anymore. Like, um, if you ask me, I think trust is
It's like
few and far
it's like
between, hard to come by nowadays. So
yeah, especially in politics.
cybersecurity, that's a thing, but that's just because
But
that's
cyber, it's
because we
so
have
easy to hack.
actual, yeah,
Like that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah, just because it's like, yeah, hackers everywhere. Um, but yeah, that's the thing. It's a hard reality, but they used that for Captain America and to benefit his character, and he's too perfect, and so yeah, he's so consistent and so well developed. I'm so happy.
I just like love how
uh,
also I we just love people watching selfless people. Like
yeah, that's like
just watch
part
their
of,
like
yeah, it's kind of part of like human desire. Like I feel like we just as people, we love to see people succeed. We love to see people stand by their values, not like chickening out, not like not, you know,
yeah,
not
not like like
betraying themselves,
because
like we don't want to watch a coward do things.
because
So
what like
yeah,
at the end of the day, movies are like escape from reality.
yeah, in a way, yeah. So well, I watch certain movies
Unless
are
you're watching
not.
unless you're watching like something that's supposed to reflect on reality, then it's not an escape from reality.
Oh yeah.
But like most of the time, like you watch a movie not to like become depressed.
Yeah, no, no, no. You watch a movie too because the power of visual media is because you can watch someone. There's a psychology, like there was a study done of where people would watch like someone like endure pain or whatever, and they scanned their brains and they compared it to the person actually experiencing the pain, and the same exact areas of the brain lit up whether you were actually doing it or whether you were watching it.
Yeah, it's like we don't
So
like to watch
like,
people in pain. You don't like to watch that.
yeah, no, no, no. So I'm just saying, like, film, like visual, like storytelling is so like it's very powerful. So, and like just watching people, it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. This became more of a film theory kind of thing, but like,
But hey, that's just the theory.
no, yeah, I mean like color theory, film theory,
But like the
but
core of movies is to escape. Is to like just give us something like pull us into a fantasy world. Pull us into a
yeah,
world
and so yeah, so
we
with
can enjoy.
yeah, and so with that, like with um because it's such a powerful medium, because like we want to enjoy ourselves naturally, like we want to like watch good things, like we want to watch things that make us feel good about ourselves. And yeah, I mean there are plenty of movies that don't do that. Like I would say a lot of like horror movies, I say like Hereditary. I watched Hereditary and oh my gosh, and
Oh,
it's very much not a feel good movie.
it
It
does.
is very
Horror
much
movies are like
not. Yeah,
the
because I
best
would
horror.
not say it's escapism, but
It
it helps you to
reflect who you really because like this is
I
my
don't know,
opinion,
because
anyways.
it's not escapism. Yeah,
Yeah, the
in
best horror
that.
movies reflect on the person, like their deepest, like their most primal desires. I feel like those are like the best
Yeah,
ones.
because oh, you're talking about like the fundamental, like wants or whatever. It's like,
Like the monster
like
is
the
not.
triangle of needs, where it's like on the bottom, it's like food, water, shelter, and then it goes up to like happiness and love and whatever. It's like what you need the most, and then it goes up to like your kind of secondary needs, and
Like
then so
no, no,
yeah.
no. It's like horror movies. Like the monster, the horror isn't like physical. It's not something you
What
can
people are
punch.
going to do, yeah.
It's not like not those like horror movies like where you just try to defeat the guy. It's like it's
No,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
you look
Well,
at
the
them, you try
horror
to.
comes from the like just dread, the suspense of what is going to happen to the character. And because what made Hereditary so terrifying, like no spoilers, what made it so terrifying was the like you knew what was going to happen. Like something terrible is going to happen.
That's in
And
every
you're
horror
just
movie.
clawing, yeah, you're just clawing your seat. Like, just, I cannot sit here. This is, like, horrifying. This is something horrible is going to happen. And when it happens, oh my gosh, like, you knew it was coming, but you would, like, hell, holding out hope that it wasn't. But you were waiting, like, you were hoping it wasn't gonna, but it just happens, and oh my gosh.
Like, true,
It's
like
it leaves you so like scared. It leaves you
yeah, and that's
terrified.
like the core of horror. Like this
Yeah.
is described by Scarecrow. True fear is like when there's no hope at all. That's
Oh
true
yeah, yeah,
fear.
yeah. There, yeah.
So like,
So
and that's like that's
it's
like
about
part
it's
of horror.
suspense. So yeah,
It's like you want
suspense.
that. It's like you're supposed. The hope is supposed to be taken away. Like maybe at the last minute, it's like everything's like, but there's supposed to be
It's
no
like
hope in
yeah,
there. And then also another part that works that I think works for horror movies is like the monster. Like
like
yeah, sure you can have a
Predator.
monster, but like monsters like that work. It's not like something extraterrestrial. It's not something fantastical. It's not like ghosts. It's a person, just a regular person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Because horror, I would say the like lazy horror is like jump scares
yeah,
because
that's like
it'll
they
just
work.
shock you for a second, but
Yeah, but like
it's impossible to rewatch. So you're watching it again and you're like, this is boring. I know what's coming. I know what's gonna happen next. I know there's a jump scare at this scene, and
because
then
you're not gonna forget that jump scare.
it loses its power. Like so, because yeah, it does. What horror should stem from is suspense and tension. It's like building suspense, building tension, making it feel like your characters are in danger. They are like the fear of the unknown is a
The
huge
uncanny
thing.
valley too. The
The
uncanny valley.
Uncanny Valley is not the horror thing. It's like
But I mean,
Uncanny
it works
Valley.
well in horror though. It works well in horror.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because it's like it's too realistic, but not realistic enough to like be realistic. You know, it's like when you
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to make something so realistic, but like it's so wrong. So yeah, that's a thing. Uh,
and how are we going to? Oh yeah, speaking of horror, New Mutants. New
New
Mutants.
Mutants. I watched that movie. It's better than Dark Phoenix, but it still sucks.
How
Don't
long was that
waste your
movie
time.
delayed for?
Oh, jeez.
Dude, that movie
They
was
just released it to put it out of its misery. So
how it was like delayed. I think I remember it was like supposed to be
reshot.
released like so long ago,
Oh yeah,
like
so long ago.
so long ago.
It was reshot like it was just it got reshot the hell out of it. So
I feel like the problem with that I feel like they should have kept it rated R. Wasn't it supposed to be rated R originally?
it was gonna be a horror movie, and I was like, yes, this I'm down with this. They should make it
Like
a whole
what?
horror
I feel like
movie.
it's also like with Venom. Like Venom was supposed to be rated
Like
R, right?
quiet. Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the rated R, like the R rating, doesn't really mean a
I mean,
lot
like no, but
because
like it
like
can make those characters work. Like Deadpool, you can't make Deadpool PG-13. You can't
oh
make him
yeah,
be
he has to swear and
and
he has
kill.
to
It's
make fun of everything. He has to like just bleed
like
out.
rated.
Like
He
he's
works
called
like
Deadpool,
yeah,
so
he works as
that
rated
name
R because
implies
like
yeah.
it fits his personality. I feel like it would fit like Venom too, like Venom.
Of course, yeah.
Because Venom, like
I mean,
he is not like your he's not like your C-list villain.
yeah, yeah.
He's
No,
more
he's an
acting.
A-list villain.
He's an
Except
A.
though, my biggest problem with the Venom movie is, well, not aside the fact that it's kind of weak, but there's no Spider-Man, and Venom has been defined by his relationship with Spider-Man, his antagonism with Spider-Man, and like it didn't sit right with me
Yeah, like
about Venom.
yeah, like
So, oh
that's
yeah,
probably
we
one of
should
the biggest
this
problems.
is our segue into external Marvel films
Like
outside MCU stuff. Here we are, Venom
I mean, the thing
number
is like
one.
the rated
Yeah.
R, like
Yes.
like it probably helps a lot. It would probably helped a lot in the
It
Venom
gives
movie.
some like freedom, I guess, but like
Oh, a hell,
Quiet
a lot more
Place
people.
is rated PG-13, and it's not. I would say it depends on
Yeah, it
the
does like
suspense,
okay.
not the like it relies on the suspense more so than like there's no swearing, there's no they're quiet. I mean, when they do sign language, they don't. They're just like. I mean, swearing is one thing. You can kind of leave it out, but like Deadpool, it would have to work.
If you call it like
Venom,
Deadpool
you
rated
could
R,
you
that
could work with it, I guess. But like, Venom's supposed to be ripping people's heads off,
yeah. So like
so
it wouldn't like let me like just like correct what I said. It wouldn't like fix the movie, but it would have helped a lot more. It would
I
have
think
helped.
it would have. I don't know. I think what would have
Deadpool is
helped
like
if they actually wrote a script that is actually interesting and
the best part about Venom though was like the interactions between Venom and Eddie. That was probably the best part of Venom.
oh yes, I loved that. I think that was
That
that
was
was
like
the best part. It was kind of the only reason why I saw it a second time.
because they're like relationships like it.
It's funny.
Venom's an actual he's an actual parasite. No matter how you put it. Like yeah, sure
I
he gives
can't
him
wait to
powers,
see
but
how he explains to, like in the
how
Venom 2,
how
how
he's
he's like,
pregnant.
Eddie, I'm pregnant. What?
Yeah, because
Carnage.
it's
You're
like
like
it's like bro it's like they're both bro they're like both bros but like the
Carnage
worst
is
in like the
having
worst way
daddy
possible.
issues.
It's like they're both it's like Eddie and Venom. The best way I can describe it. They're both bros, but like the worst way possible.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah,
So, because it's like I remember watching Venom, and like the first like half was like horror. Like this is a horror movie, and I was like, okay, I'm down with this. It was like gross out horror, it was like body horror. It was like kind of nasty, and
oh, it
then
is kind of
it's
even
kind
like
of
for
nasty.
PG.
It's kind of
Even though
Incredible Hulk
I
level
think
nasty.
it borders. I'd say. Would you say
Yeah,
it like
it was
borders on?
like nasty. So, um, because it looks disgusting. There's like when Riot is in all those people, they all like
Oh,
look
definitely.
exhausted. They look
They
like
look
very
I mean they look like actual people, but they don't look like actual. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, they look exhausted. Their skin like yellows. It looks like they're dying inside.
It makes
Because what?
Asians look more Asian.
Yes, yes, more Asians. Oh my. It almost makes them look as dead as me on a pulling an all nighter, but that's fine. So I haven't but and then it's like and then Eddie gets Venom and it turns into a freaking buddy cop comedy and I was like the whole movie should have been either of these.
I feel like
So I feel like it didn't work as a hodgepodge movie. It was like this side is horror and then this side is funny buddy cop movie. And I was like, I think they should have just picked one and went with it.
I feel like
Like
I don't know
buddy
though.
cop
I
works
don't
way
know though.
better.
I don't know.
Because I
Like
think
horror does work, but also buddy cop works so well because like once
because
you
it's
get
Venom,
Venom,
yeah.
once you get Venom, it's like I feel like that was like if they shifted well between the two tones, I think I would have
Yeah.
worked. If they shifted
Yeah.
well, I mean, I could care less about the villain. The villain, I
Because
could
it
care
just
less.
the tone shift doesn't even happen. It just the tone's different now. Like they don't do anything to shift. Like Predator is a tone shift movie. Predator goes from big action,
Big boy
crazy,
action movie,
Bill like destroy everything to horror,
but
and the tone
it
shift
doesn't.
works very well.
Yeah,
So
it does it
yeah,
so well, but like Venom,
but like that just didn't. No,
I mean, like
no.
the story, like man, the villain,
So
I could
the
care less
story's
about.
very basic. It's very
The,
tropey. It's
but it's
very
like,
like by
it's,
the books.
but it's like
But
the movie's about the characters.
that's
It's
what
about the
that's what all movies are
well,
about.
true, but
So
like it's like the characters and like Eddie, like, and also it's okay. I'm probably
actually,
I'm
Venom
probably
was about
confusing.
money. So
True, but okay. Let me get this like all right. I'm gonna let me just like gather my thoughts so I don't confuse the viewers. So, Venom is
the
like
viewers.
I think it worked. I feel like the best part of it was the character, like not like all the characters, like the villain, bleh, bleh. Riot, Riot, he was cool to watch, but he looks cool, but
I mean, he's
bleh.
just black. He's just slate gray. So
Whoa.
no, he is obsidian colored.
There we go. We avoided it. I should probably edit this part out. But anyways,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
So Riot, like he looks cool, but there's not much. It's like it's like invasion. It's invasion. The invasion trope. Would you say?
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's just like it went kind of nowhere. It's like those were the stakes. He's like, oh, don't let him get off the planet, or else he'll come back with more and invade us all. And
I mean,
whatever.
honestly, I think we would have loved if he actually did that. We would have loved it.
Planet of the Symbiotes. Anyone? I hope it happens. I hope it happens. We can get anti-venom. That would be great.
But yeah, but the strongest part of the movie was Venom. What Venom and
Hmm.
Eddie's
Hmm.
relationship.
Hmm.
Their relationship was the best because like it's a like I said before. It's the bros, but the
Yeah,
worst
not
of
gonna
bros.
lie. At the end of Venom 1, when he's like Venom like almost like dies, but he just comes back anyway. I was like, are they gonna do anti-venom now? Because that'd be kind of cool. And then they just like, oh well, he's alive. Okay, whatever you
I'm
say.
kind of glad he's alive because I love their relationship.
No, no, I mean like I thought he was gonna stay alive, but instead of Venom, he was gonna be anti-venom. And so
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. I need to do more research on anti Venom. Like I
he's
don't know
cool
like
because anti-venom, like it's the symbiote. Like in the comics, like Eddie sells the symbiote, and then he gets his cancer comes back, and then like the Scorpion has venom for a bit, but then traces of venom is still inside Eddie, and they merge with his white blood cells, and they turns him into anti-venom.
like antibodies, but anti
Yeah,
Venom. Oh
anti-venom. So
oh
yeah,
yeah.
and then
Like
so anti-venom has like healing powers. He can like help, like he has healing powers, and so his cancer goes away, and that's how they stop the Planet of the Apes. Like anti-venom uses his like antibodies and helps separate all the people. I don't actually know a lot about Planet of the Symbiotes. Did I say Planet of the Apes? I'm playing the
yeah. You said
Symbiotes.
Planet of the Apes.
I've been playing the Symbiotes. Playing the
We're
Symbiotes
gonna talk about Planet of the Apes and Tenet. We're
in
gonna talk
Tenet
about it
at
one
some
day.
point.
We're gonna
You
talk about them
should.
one
We'll
day.
talk about Tenet one day. I'll spiel out
We'll
all
talk
of
about
my
Planet of the
wonderful
Apes one day.
thoughts.
We will. We will. Don't worry.
Someday. It's been a while since seen that. I saw it over the summer,
Wait,
over
Planet
quarantine.
Apes?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that later. Right. All right. Also, okay. Enough about Venom though. Enough. He's my favorite villain, but enough about
Spider Verse. Yeah.
and enough of. He's my favorite villain. Yes, but we've talked about it long enough. I think.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, who do you want to see in the MCU? Like in the MCU, who do you want to see from the comics?
Moon Knight. I want Moon Knight. He's getting a show.
I mean, who do you? I mean, he is getting a show, so technically he's already in. Like,
Okay, who's like not there?
who's
I
not
want to
revealed
see
who you want?
Modoc. I want to see Modoc. I want
Oh, wait,
Modoc.
what happened to AIM? What happened to AIM?
Oh,
Was
it's
it?
just pieced out
Yeah,
with
what? I
Aldrich
like.
Killian. It's the
Yeah,
thing of Iron Man 3, pieced out, gone. I hope
Modoc, the big
AIM
head,
needs
the
to
big
come back.
head.
Big head man, Modoc, bring him.
I
We
want
need Modoc. He's so weird. I hope he like is really weird. I hope he's not like gross.
not
I hope
gross
he's
weird, but like weird, the weirdo, the weirder.
like he's a weirdo. I hope he's like funny, and I hope he's interesting.
Oh yeah,
So
in the comics, from what I read, he's actually pretty funny.
I hope he's very funny. And oh, Silver Surfer. I want
Silver
I
Surfer,
want the Fantastic Four. I
Doctor Doom.
love the Fantastic Four. Doctor Doom. Well, I think they should hold off on Doctor Doom because he's been done multiple times in all the failing Fantastic Four
No, no,
movies.
yeah, no. The reason I want him, I want justice for Doctor Doom because if you look at the
Yeah,
comics, he
that's
is
true.
such a good villain. He is
Yeah,
such a
he
good
is
villain.
so good. So I hope we have justice.
Or
Oh, what I think they should either do Secret Invasion or Secret Wars. Or do Secret Wars and then come back and Secret Invasion happened. Like God, you know?
oh, speaking of Secret Invasion, like what happened to like the actual Nick Fury and the actual in like in Homecoming? Not Homecoming. Far From Home.
He's just chilling in space, bro.
I
I
mean
don't
Nick
know what
Fury,
he's
but
been
what about
doing.
Agent Hill? What about Agent Hill? What happened to her?
She's probably chilling in space too.
What?
Or
Why is
maybe
he
running
chilling
all
in
of
space?
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Why is he?
I
Why
don't
is Nick
know.
Fury
I
chilling?
think I honestly don't think that post-credit scene matters too much. They just threw something in just to make it seem weird. Or make it seem like some crazy cliffhanger, but
We got
it's
fat Nick
not.
Fury now. We got fat Thor now. Fat Nick Fury.
That's what's gonna happen. Uh, I mean, he's just Sam Jackson. He's just kind of old, so.
True.
Master Windu. Yes.
Master Win.
So.
Fat Master Win. Imagine Fat Master.
No, I don't want to see that. No.
Anyways.
Viewers, please excuse this man. Uh,
Anyways, yeah. So
I
who
hope.
else would
Yeah,
there
I
be?
think. I hope he's like investigating, maybe like Galactus or maybe something. I hope. Okay. I just hope he's doing something useful.
Instead of just chilling. Instead of just chilling.
Yes. Even though that's what he was doing, but that was supposed to have been his vacation day. Oh well.
Oh yeah. Also, what else? I want to see. I want to see. I actually 100% want to
The
see.
Super Scroll.
Yes.
The Super Scroll meaning Fantastic Four, meaning the Super Scroll, meaning we actually get Skrull villains.
The Skrull. I mean, the Skrull. No, they weren't the villains, right? They were like
No, but I think there should be like a separate faction of Skrulls
the evil
that are
Skrulls.
like it could be like a Skrull Civil War or something, and like there's an evil Skrull or something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Also, what was his name? Talos. Talos.
yeah,
The main Skrull guy.
yeah.
Oh, I loved him. I don't know about anyone
Played
else, but
by
I loved him personally.
played by Ben Mendelsohn. We stand here amidst my achievement, not yours. Yeah.
No, I love this character,
He's
Talos.
so funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's very funny.
he's
Like that one time he was like sipping the like cup while he was like what is it? Like Captain Marvel and Nick Fury are just like they're there, and then Talos just like pops in sipping some soda. Like, what's up?
Also
He's
like
funny,
when
yeah.
they on the beach when they transform, it's like, hey, that's mine.
Mm.
It's like they actually have they actually have like they actually it's like it just reminds you that they're still they still have it's like even though they're like they look weird, like not they look different from us, they still have like they're still like not human, they still have they still like they're how do I put it, like how do I put it,
They're like they have personality or like
not personality because no, more like like they,
like they have human qualities that are
I don't know. I think that scene was just for funny, just to be funny.
for
I'm
funny.
over analyzing it. Maybe.
I don't know. I have quite a few problems with the movie known as Captain Marvel.
Oh,
We shall not
that
speak.
it's like
It's like I don't know. I feel like they tried too hard and then did nothing. I don't know. I
also
have. I
also
just really don't
also the
know.
cat. The cat was the best character in that movie.
Goose is the best. Yeah, yeah. The thing
Goose.
is, when your cat is the best part of the movie, that doesn't
That's
speak
saying
a lot
something.
about your movie.
Yeah,
Or your main Captain Marvel movie. I don't know. Carol Danvers was just. I don't think she was written very well whatsoever.
it's like I
I'm just sigh.
she's like
Sigh.
what comes across as me is like she's powerful and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel. She's powerful and that's it.
Yeah, I know.
And
It's
I don't
just,
think that
you know.
should be it. She could be an interesting character. I know she's
Yeah.
probably she's. I haven't read
Give
much
her a
comics.
personality.
She
Like
could
Black Widow
like
has a
it's like
personality.
it's like
Scarlet Witch has a like character development.
It's
She
like
has a personality.
it's
She's
like
just Carol's just so like blank.
it, it's like also like you can make an interesting character out of the strongest, like she's not the strongest Avenger. Oh no, definitely Scarlet Witch is
Hmm.
she would T-pose on her all day. But yeah, but like she's one of the strongest. But you can still but she's not
She's Supergirl.
yeah,
She's
but
just Supergirl.
no, but the thing is you can make a strong character, make them like a lot of people get like get the
Can we
misconception that
have Captain Marvel 2 be her zipping around the galaxy doing stuff? I think that'd be great.
no, but like I feel like a lot of people think that if you're strong, then you have to be like big, dumb, like just be there to like be the muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's
I mean,
that's not the case.
Hulk. No.
Yeah, that's they already have that.
I
but
mean,
that's
Bruce
not the case.
Banner and the Hulk are different because he's smart.
Yeah, that's the interesting about the
But
Hulk.
then,
Is
like,
like
the Hulk is a different, like, he's basically a split personality. So
yeah, that's what's
which is
interesting
interesting.
about it. And like
Yeah.
you can make Captain Marvel interesting too.
Mhm.
Like I know she can be interesting. And, like I know a lot of people like
I mean, I'm really rooting for Captain Marvel 2 to be like
really
good.
good. Like it should be.
I
Good.
really
It needs to
hope
be
it does go somewhere. Like, I hope it does go somewhere.
because we know she has
Yeah.
potential. You can like
Oh, yeah.
potential is there definitely. That's for all characters.
Hmm.
But like the potential is definitely there. Well, I mean like the one character that probably threw everyone off as like a well-written character is Captain Boomerang. Like he went from a C-list villain to like an A-list character in the comics, like a staple. He became a staple.
No, really? I didn't. I'm not. I don't know a lot about.
Like Captain Boomerang went from a C-list throwaway villain to like a staple member of the Suicide Squad.
Boomerang. I hope. Yeah. That. I don't know. I don't. I need to see a film adaptation of that.
Suicide Squad?
Is the James is he in the James Gunn Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Or-
he is. Captain Boomerang.
Awesome.
Like he's also in the Suicide Squad video game. Like
There's a
dude,
video game. Of course,
a
there's,
Suicide
yeah.
like
There's a video game coming out. I know that.
Yeah,
there is one coming out.
like
I
the
saw a trailer
Suicide
for
Squad.
it.
Like you're going like yeah, Suicide Squad is basically about like the expense. It's like a lot of expendable
It's the
series.
Harley Quinn movie. No,
No,
that's
it's not
Birds
the
of
Harley
Prey.
Quinn. No, the
That's Birds
appeal
of
of
Prey.
Suicide Squad is that no, like all of them are expendable. All of them are expendable.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
you still have like the core members that you need to keep, like Harley Quinn, Captain
yeah.
Boomerang, Deadshot,
It's like
King Shark.
Deadshot. Oh yeah.
But then you also have the throwaway villains like Polka Dot Man. You have they're so throwaway. I'm forgetting their names.
Is it Diablo? I don't know.
No, Diablo's not in the
Is
James
he
Gunn.
not? I don't know. I'm trying to
No,
remember from
Weasel,
the
Weasel.
first
There's
movie.
Weasel. Like
Okay.
the appeal of Suicide Squad is that there's so many expendables you can't get attached or else because there's like a 99%
Is it high
chance they're gonna die.
turnover?
Yeah, there's a chance they're gonna die. Anyway, we'll cover that in DC.
Higher turnover than a fast food restaurant.
Yeah,
And just switch out all their high school members, all their high school workers every couple of days. So,
yeah. But
be a
anyways,
new
yeah,
guy there all the time. Yeah.
you can make someone interesting. Like
I
Captain
never
Boomerang.
watched the first Suicide Squad
Don't
movie because I knew it.
don't
Yeah,
don't.
I remember when it came out and like people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch the Suicide Squad movie," and I'm like, "Are you insane? That movie sucks." And I
Don't
know,
watch-
I just
don't-
know it. I
don't.
can look at it and it just no.
The Angry Birds movie was much better.
That surprises me so much. Like I remember like the second Angry Birds movie apparently is decent, and I was so shocked.
Yeah, it's like
It's apparently not bad.
yeah.
I know.
I would watch Angry Birds over Suicide Squad. Or the not the James Gunn one hasn't been
I
released.
would
I don't
watch
know
The
about that.
Rise of Skywalker over
Over
Suicide
and that's saying
Squad.
something.
Yeah,
That's saying something.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyways, back to Marvel.
Back to Marvel. We have Spider-Verse. That's a movie. I loved it. What's gonna happen in the second one?
That
Is
I'm
it
wondering.
or is it Miguel O'Hara? He's gonna be time traveling or dimension jumping, played by Oscar
Also, the
Isaac.
final cutscene, the post credit scene was
Hey, who
amazing.
pointed first? Who?
The pointing.
I didn't point. You were pointing. You were pointing.
And like like
Stop
at the,
pointing. It's
at the
not nice
beginning,
to point.
you're like,
Who
is it
pointed
20?
first?
It's
What?
2099 Spider-Man, right? 2099.
Yeah, I love 29. I love him. I love 29.
Yeah, it's like he starts as his voice starts at like gruff, serious, but then as they argue, it just slowly turns back to his actual voice because he
Yes,
starts getting
Oscar
frustrated.
Isaac, played by Oscar Isaac, the man,
The
hot man.
the hot man. There are so many hot men like
in Star Wars. I mean,
Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor.
hello there.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Palpatine.
Palpies.
Palps. The Palps.
Who?
Dude, I don't know
Who
how.
was the lucky woman that got to make Ray proliferation with and you got?
I'd rather have Palpatine to have a son instead of a clone because Palpatine.
I kind of wish.
Because
Yeah.
Palpatine.
I thought about this yeah. I was watching. Yeah, this goes back to Avatar. So like Avatar, the main villain who's like is like the Fire Lord Ozai, and he's so much like Palpatine. He's like, I have all the power in the world. He's
But does
played
he
by
have the
Mark
Senate?
Hamill. He says it. He says that, and he's played by Mark Hamill, which is amazing. And he has
okay.
and a
If
daughter.
He's
He has
played
a
by Mark Hamill.
daughter. Yeah. Yep.
Automatically
He has a son and a
A tier
daughter.
character.
Yes, A tier. Well, he's kind of the most like shallow kind of character. Like he gets the least amount of characterization because he's kind of the end villain. He's like everyone knows that he has to go down by the end of the show. But most of the development goes toward like the main characters and like some of the side characters. Or actually, quite a bit of the side characters. Actually, all of the side characters.
Which should
But
be. Which is
yeah,
what it
the
should
thing was that the Fire Lord has two children. He has a son and a daughter, and so, but like he had a wife, and like he was forced to do some really tragic thing with the wife, which is left ambiguous, and was finished. It was finished in a comic, which I have not read. But
what was this terrible
the
thing?
implication is okay. It's in like a season 1 episode, so like it won't. It's like if you should absolutely watch it. It's in a season 1 episode, and so basically it's like the Fire Lord. Okay, he has a brother, and the brother is his older brother. So back when his father, so like the father has two sons, the villain, the main villain, and his brother. And the brother's the older one, and the brother lost his son. And so what the Fire Lord was like, he was like, hey, he doesn't have a son. That means I should be Fire Lord because I still have children. So therefore my bloodline is still intact. And then the father, Big Daddy Fire Lord, is like, you, that is like, how could you wish such a thing? Don't revoke. Like, he is your brother, and you would rather have me betray him. As punishment, you will sacrifice your son. And so, and so, uh, but then instead, the implication is that the wife is like decided to trade her own life to save the son. So, because like she loves, she loves her son. She loves Zuko. That's the name. And
Oh,
so
Zuko. Okay,
Zuko
he
is
is
the
a.
son.
I know him.
Zuko's the son, and the implication is that, like, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know for sure, but the implication is that it's implied that she traded her life with the son for Zuko. So instead of Zuko like getting sacrificed, she traded her own life, and I'm like, that is some powerful stuff. That is real. Like, that's some. It's heavy. It's like it's. And so, what if Palpatine had the same thing? Like, he was, maybe he had a good life. Like, this plays into, like, what if this is how I would have ended the Rise of Skywalker if I had to use Palpatine. It's like, what if he had a good life, but then he lost it? So it's a lot like Anakin almost. He becomes like very similar to Anakin.
And also,
He had a wife.
who wouldn't
He
want to marry
lost the
Palpatine?
wife. Yeah, I know, right? So like,
But
what if
he's.
that happened? And so what that would prove is that you don't have to kill Palpatine. Like, he's redeemable. He is
I mean,
lovable.
but is
You know what I
Palpatine
mean?
redeem? Is Palpatine redeemable after all he's done?
No, I mean,
Is he
like,
redeemable?
that's the core of Star Wars. It's about redemption,
I mean,
turning
like,
back to the light. That's the core of
I mean,
Star
but
Wars.
like
And
the
so,
thing about Palpatine though, he's not redeem. No, he's not redeemable. That's the point. Because like
but
he killed his family.
redemption is freely given. You, like, it's up to you to give mercy. It's not
I
like, yeah.
I mean, but you're talking the
um,
guy. You're talking about Palpatine who
I
like
mean,
killed
we
his
get
own
like
family for his own
the
gain.
very point of Palpatine is he is supposed to be the ultimate evil. Like, he is supposed to be like the devil of the galaxy. So like, that's his whole function, is he's supposed to be the, like, that's as bad as you can get. But like, I think instead of completely blowing him to bits by the end of the movie, you could have like given like, hey,
But
I get it.
but the thing,
Like, you loved somebody.
I don't think redeemable villain.
I will help you. But then he could be like, no, no, no. This that I would choose the dark side over redemption, and
But
then he
like
just basically dies again.
no, but I feel
So
like
that's
no.
how. Yeah.
I feel like that wouldn't work for Palpatine because he like enjoys being
Well,
evil.
I don't
He
know.
enjoys it.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like he
but like,
regret. It's not like there's regret. He
but the dark
absolutely
side
enjoys it.
leads to suffering, and
I mean, like
I
the
think if you like let him recognize that he is, like, you could show this withered body, he's keeping himself alive through the dark side, and the pathway to many abilities unnatural, and so,
the
but
pathway to
like, you
many
could,
abilities someone consider
yeah,
unnatural.
yeah, so like, the dark side leads to suffering, and I think Palpatine is actually, you could like say he's actually suffering, but but he would rather choose power over all of this. But then
I
you
don't
could be
know.
like, Ray, I get it. Like, Ray could just be, could have been. You can end the suffering, you can end the war, and you can, like, finally be at peace or whatever. Then he could have chosen no, and then she would have killed him anyway. And
But
then,
the thing about Palpatine though is like he's the guy who craves power. He killed his own family for power. He killed his master for power. He killed off like his many apprentices for power. Like,
yeah, I know,
he would
but
have killed off Darth Vader for
it's
power.
not,
It's like
it
he's
wouldn't,
not
he's not
supposed to be.
happy though.
No, he's not. No, he was absolutely
It's supposed
loving
to
it.
be
He was
never,
loving
he's
it.
never supposed to be satisfied.
Yeah, it's like he
And
wants
then I'd
more. He wants
say
more.
the only
It's like
thing I would just say it would have made it a slightly stronger, like in terms of a Star Wars, like thematically resonant with the other movies,
But then like
is
the
if
thing
you'd at
is,
least just tried.
no,
Like, he
because
didn't
like
have to happen whatsoever, but it was like, what if you just like try to like offer like the most evil man in the galaxy a chance, and then he would reject it anyway because he's Palpatine. Like, of course he would reject it because he's Palpatine, but like,
but like there needs
I
to be
think
like
it would have
some
been
base. There needs to be some base with that. Like and also and I yeah and
because what if he had a wife and then that's like Rey's grandmother or whatever?
but like
Like, what if he had a life that was good and then he
but
turned
did
to
he
the dark
care? But
side?
let's be honest. Did he care for anyone, or did he just do it for his own gain? Did he care about
Well, that's
anyone?
what like the Rise of Skywalker could have done. Like, it could have added that
But
as like another
like
dimension to
yes,
him.
yeah. But thematically, it would have
But
made
like
sense.
right
Yes.
now, I mean,
Like
if you ask me, he shouldn't have been in the movie whatsoever.
oh yeah,
But I
definitely,
mean, like,
definitely.
if you were going to go that route, you could have added that another like layer to him. Like, yes, you would be somewhat fundamentally changing the whole idea of Palpatine as the ultimate evil, but it I think it would have been at least interesting and at least better than what we got.
Oh, I mean, like,
So
sure. I'm not too fond like making him a sympathetic villain. I like him more like
no, no,
altruistic
no,
villain.
no.
But
He doesn't
it
have
would
to
have
be
been much
crazy
better than what we
sympathetic,
got.
but
It would have been much better than what we. I would have taken
I
that
was
over
trying to
what we got.
pull like inspiration from like Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, Lord Shen. Oh, Lord Shen. Yeah, I mean, it
You
makes sense.
remember,
Like,
like, because he's like kind of this unforgivingly evil person, but he's not like overly sympathetic, but like Poe was still like,
yeah, he still
hey,
tried. He still
I
tried.
will like, this is not going to lead to happiness. This will only lead to your downfall, your suffering, and he still chooses no and kills himself. So that's what Kung Fu Panda 2, that's why I love Kung Fu Panda
Oh,
2.
Kung Fu Panda 2. We were talking about that too. We're gonna
We'll
talk about
talk
that
about
too.
that. We can talk about animated stuff if we
Oh,
want
we are.
to.
We are. That's
Like
where like that's
Spider-Verse.
probably like we're going to talk about Spider Verse the most because it
Yes.
doesn't. It's like it is such a good story.
Yeah, so that's that. Can we
Anyways,
cycle
can we go back
back
to
to
Marvel?
Marvel?
Yeah.
Marvel. I don't know. That was my like, if you wanted to do Rise of Skywalker and
It would have been
still
better
have
than what we got.
Palpatine.
It would have been
If
much
you
better than
still
what we
wanted
got.
Palpatine, you should either make him freaking Voldemort or you should make him like that. So what I was like thinking, because I was like, at least it's thematically similar. That's that.
Okay, alright. How are they going to do X Men? How are they going to? How's the MCU going to do X Men?
Marvel alternate realities. I don't know. That
No,
sounds
like
really lazy though. I think they
no,
are
like
going
how?
to
Like
have e-learning. No.
that would have been. Okay, no wait. I think no. No. What I'm wondering is who are they going to cast as Wolverine? Because like
That's a good question. I
because
think they
like the current like the Wolverine we all have in mind is
Hugh
Hugh Jackman.
Jackman.
Yeah, that's the
Huge Ackman.
no, but but the thing is he does a good job as Wolverine though. He does a good job with it.
Oh yeah,
And like
yeah, iconic.
I haven't watched
Logan
Logan,
is
but I heard
amazing.
he's really good. He's like really good in Logan
It's
too.
amazing. You should watch Logan. You should watch Logan.
I turned old enough to watch A-rated R movies this November 3rd. So okay,
Wow.
once November comes,
I did, the first time I watched a rated R movie was in freshman year, so I mean, I don't know. I never watched one
like
before then,
my
so I
my
have
watch
much to
list,
catch up.
my rated R watch list is Logan, Deadpool, and there was one more. Hold on, there was one more. It wasn't like
Stranger Things is like TV mature, so it's like the same like equivalent rating. Uh,
nah. I hold up. There was a movie. There was a movie that was rated.
The
We'll get back
Matrix.
to that. We'll get back to
The
that.
Matrix is rated R, but I wouldn't say it's like deserved. I think it's not actually that
Oh,
like
wait. I remember.
rated.
Terminator.
Oh,
One
Terminator!
and two.
Terminator is amazing. I love
Terminator 1 and 2.
Just watch 1 and 2. Don't watch
Yeah,
anything else.
yeah,
It
one
does
and
not.
two.
Nothing else matters.
That's one I wanted to
Nothing else
watch.
matters. Only number 1 and 2. You do not waste your time with Genesis or Salvation's like okay, but it's not really worth your time.
I wish Dark Fate was actually good.
I wish. I mean, like I watched it and I was like, huh, this is really fun. And then like the more I thought about it, I was like, that movie was exactly the same as the second movie. Now it's worthless, and now I'm sad. And so
Yeah. And oh yeah, back. Oh yeah, also. Oh yeah, also. All right, back to Marvel. Back to Marvel.
Marvel, 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 Marvel,
Do you
Marvel,
think
Marvel.
Ironheart should come back? Should come into the MCU?
Yes, yes, she should. Yes, but I don't know if that'll have to be a like kind of a ways down the line, like maybe when Morgan is like a teenager or something. She
Like,
could be our first 12-year-old superhero.
I don't think that bode well with the.
Wait in 5 years, and we'll get something like that. Or maybe like I don't know. I kind of think we should step away from like the Iron Man kind of like vibe and come back to it later. So that's I don't know. I just think like we can have Pepper Potts. Like she can be around, and like Happy is around, and
I just want.
Morgan can be around.
I just want. I. We all love Morgan.
Yeah, she's cute. She's cute and adorable and wonderful
and
and
and,
pure.
and is the only child I know that swears.
Other than the Stranger Things children,
Oh,
but
definitely.
yes. Well, she's like, yeah,
I like
she's
how
like
like
5 years old
I like
anyway.
how much
So,
she takes on Tony Stark. How much she like, it's like you could see like they love each other. Like Tony
yeah,
like
that's
loves his daughter.
obvious.
He
That's
loves his
just
daughter.
basic characterization.
I mean
So,
like it's but you could see it, and it was like heartwarming. It was
go to
heartwarming.
sleep, or I'll sell all your toys.
No, it was heart. No, you could see that. It was very heartwarming. It was like the first time we like saw
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this side of Iron Man.
Because
This
like
was like the
of all
first
the
time.
changes that happened to the main characters, like Hulk being a professor and Thor being
Big boy, big boy.
big boy, Captain America didn't change, which is exactly what Captain America would do.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
definitely that's
but
like
Tony
in tone with the
Stark
character.
is the best. Is like the kind of the only change I actually really
It's
liked.
probably the best change. The
It's
best
the
change.
best change. I think it does
The
very
second best
well.
change is Captain America, who didn't change at all. So
Yes, that's exactly what Captain America would do. He wouldn't change at all.
it's
So.
in line with the character. He'd be optimistic. He like
Yeah.
even though
I
he,
was just so iffy with Professor Hulk and very, very iffy with Big Boy Thor.
I mean,
So,
Korg and Meek were all as always top tier.
Cord,
Korg and
Taika Waititi playing Fortnite.
it's like it's like so like like why? It's so why, but also so in line with the character. Like he's like
I mean, Cord would absolutely be playing Fortnite in
yeah.
2023
I mean,
when
it
it's
makes sense.
gone from, or 2024, and so
I,
he
I, I
would
like how I
absolutely
like
be
how they
doing it.
assume that we'll be out of quarantine by 2024.
They are literally quarantined themselves, but
True.
I
Like
mean, Thor's probably forgot that there was no quarantine. That
no, he
there was
probably
no
no, he probably
quarantine.
doesn't even know. He probably doesn't even
He
know.
just chilled out since 2019 and just stuck
Yeah.
around that long.
No, but like
Maybe.
Korg, it makes sense. Korg make and like it's like why, but also makes sense. He would do that. He would play Fortnite.
He would into fucking.
He's like
How
probably
long will Fortnite last? Will it go till then, or will it
they'll,
just phase out
they'll probably
and
just
then
make they'll probably the developers will probably make it go on till 2024 just so it could match the movie.
just violently crashes down?
Yeah.
Oh my,
Like
yeah.
Korg is like in the Marvel in the movies, Korg is like the chillest of the chills. Like he's more chill than chill could ask for.
Yes.
Like have you ever seen him angry?
I
No.
no,
I'd like to describe him as like the comedic Liam Neeson. The comedic.
absolutely.
It's like he
Yes.
doesn't raise his voice. He's calm. He's chill. He also his voice is excellent. Taika Waititi, thank you for your Thank you for blessing us with Korg.
Absolutely. Taika Waititi, absolute comedic genius.
I
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
wait, hold up.
Thor Ragnarok is great. What? Hello, viewers. We have an interruption.
My parents
How
were
is it
talking to me.
going, y'all? Well, I'm talking to you. They are insignificant to the power of the Force. Yeah, they are
Wait,
insignificant to the power of the podcast.
oh, yeah, what should I name the podcast? By the way, I think they got
That's
like
a good
Foxcast.
question.
Foxcast.
Foxcast. Call it Foxcast.
It was supposed to be Darkcast, but now I rebranded.
Yeah, you say like yeah, you should absolutely like open up like an Apple Podcast or something account, and then so you can dump this one and the last one on. It shouldn't be too hard. I don't know,
I,
just so it seems more official. So
I mean, like I already planned another writing punk. I already planned a writing podcast and like a DC podcast with
ooh,
you.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, that's true.
I'm doing gonna do a
We
writing
need, yeah,
podcast.
we need to rewrite the Rise of Skywalker because I have
Like no,
many.
like
I discuss how we're gonna do
we'll do
that
that in a Star Wars podcast. We'll do that in
in a
like a
Star
Star
Wars
Wars podcast.
podcast,
But like the
like a
writing,
second. It would be like a writing Star Wars
yeah,
podcast
writing Star Wars. Oh, definitely. And also like
because I there are like so many things that could do. So
and like and ew, there's so much of like I love these podcasts because like it's like I can fanboy and I love fanboying. I love
I
fanboy.
find it stress relieving because I've been having quite a week, and so now I'm like finally like getting
Oh,
my
midterms,
mind off of stuff. Oh
midterms.
yeah, I didn't have that many midterms. I had like just a handful, or not a handful, not even. I had like two.
I had a midterm.
And math and
I had
English,
only
so.
one. I had only one midterm in AP Lit.
Ooh, ooh, hoo, hoo,
I think I think it went
yeah.
well. I don't know. I think it went well. Uh,
Oh,
I got
that's
I
what I
but
always thought
but I got
when I
so
took
many
that class.
tests. I got so many tests.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
got
didn't
an
have
A
too
push
many.
test. Oh, that was
Ooh.
difficult. I don't
I never took
I
that
got an A
class.
on it. I don't know how I got an A on it.
Oh, I would never. I would have just pieced out and gotten a D.
Yeah, it's like
But no, I never took that class.
I got an A in A push. I don't know how I got an A in that. It's like it's not like memorization. It's more like it's more like it's like A push is like I feel
I
like
don't
it's
know what
like
it is.
the best like it's like you analyze it. You analyze not like it's like
Wait, whoa, what?
okay, so A
What?
push. It's basically you
What?
look at history. You look at history and you like see like how like how rich the history actually is. It's like that's the fun part of A
Okay.
push. You actually see like how like
Oh,
how
it's
like,
not Mr.
interesting.
Lopez.
And also Mr. Lopez makes the class so much better.
That's fun.
But then like but the tests are but because of that the tests are so hard.
Jeez. Well, I guess as long as you get something out of it, that's fine by me. I would never
True.
take it though.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
in took regular U.S. history and regular U.S. government, but I will take in AP economics, so that'll be fun. Even though Fortner.
Okay.
um,
Once you get into college, then you're all set, my man. Once you get into
hey,
college.
hey,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
I should tell you guys. This man's going. This man's a senior. So
I will be leaving. I'll be peacing out at the end of this year. But if you want to keep the podcast
oh
alive, we will
I will
do
keep in
that.
contact. I will keep in contact. Don't worry.
Yes, I will remain in contact with plenty
Once
of
we
people.
come back into contact, I'll have like 21K subs.
I'll just be in film school. So
Hey, this man's going to film school, my man.
yeah, I'll be wasting my. I'll be broke for the rest of my life once I go to film school. So it'll be fine.
I
I'm
mean, like
wasting all my time.
unless your films do well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I look at it more as the opportunity to get like
Either you get big money
hands-on
or you get big
experience, like
broke.
equipment and whatever. So yeah.
I okay, so Francis, either you get big money or you get big broke.
That's it. Yeah, it's either all or nothing, man. Double or nothing,
Yeah.
man. So that's what's gonna happen. Oh well, it's a gamble, but it's also an investment, so it's fine.
Anyway, back to Marvel. Back to
Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah. I don't know.
So
I love Captain America,
yeah,
the
we've already
first
established that.
Avenger, and that's that.
Out of all the
But
Avengers,
I don't
my
know. I
like
mean, I kind of the only problem is that I'm seeing that has turned me a little more cynical, not gonna lie, is that the movies tend to just only care about what's coming next, except for Endgame. Like they'll just I don't know, but some of them come across as a little shallow. Like Far From
just
Home
as a
is
setup.
very much it's like about be the next Iron Man, and it kind of ends there, and then the plot gets a little kind of
Hold up,
base.
hold up.
What?
No, ma. Eh?
Yeah, hello
I must take
viewers.
my leave soon.
Okay,
Anyway,
we're
but
gonna
yeah,
have to start wrapping up over here, but
yeah. So
that's the problem I've been seeing with personally with the MCU is like it tends to only care about what's coming next, and not so much about like they're kind of they tend to rush out movies very fast and then just to like build up to the next one, the next big team up movie.
which is why I love Planet of the Apes trilogy.
Yeah. Well, the trilogy is my favorite like way of storytelling. Like there's TV shows, and then there's like just single movies. Then there's cinematic universes, and there's the trilogy. I love the
Yeah, the
trilogy
trilogy works
because
pretty
it's like
well.
you can tell a longer but complete story. Because when the
Yeah,
third movie comes, you walking in and you're like, it's going to end after the third movie. Whereas like my problem with the MCU is like
there's no
Iron
end in
Man.
sight.
I don't know when the ending is. Like, how do you plan an ending to all of this? It's like, oh, Endgame's finally coming out. That means some main character's gonna die and some crazy stuff's gonna happen, and it's gonna be like the movie that actually matters. Whereas, like, in other movies, they'll just bring back some other dude, or like, they won't kill off anybody except a villain or some side character, Rip Yondu,
Yondu. Oh, Rip
or
Yondu.
so,
Rip
Mary
Yondu.
Poppins, y'all. And so,
He lived out his dreams. He lived out
Guardians
his
is great.
dreams.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is great. I love the first movie so much,
And like
and
yeah, like
the second one is very good. But I just have such a soft spot for the first movie.
and
Yeah,
like
so
the trilogy is like yeah, with some of the there are some great trilogies like Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your
Kung Fu
Dragon,
Panda, the Spider-Man trilogy.
The Spider Man. Oh man, the third
I
movie was tragic.
shamelessly love the third movie
Like no,
for
it was tragic
various
because it was
reasons.
like a lot of people loved the first two, but then like when the third dropped, a lot of people hated on it. So like
I
it's
think it's not as bad as
I
you think, because it has these like deep themes about revenge and like forgiveness and wonderful things, but it's just kind of done badly. Even though I love how they make a joke of it Into the Spider Verse, so
oh my god,
which
oh
is so funny.
the dance,
And I
the
did
dance.
this thing. You know, we don't really talk about this, and I
That
love
was
that
great.
so
It's like
much. I love it so much. But
Spider Verse is basically yeah, it's a story, but it's also a
it's
memoriam of
this.
Spider Man.
It's the perfect Spider-Man movie. It just sums up the like cultural significance of Spider-Man, and
The
just
Christmas
basically
songs.
why do you love Spider-Man? And it just gives it to you so straight, and I love it, love it. So
The Dark Knight trilogy is also one of the best.
yes, people always put Rise as one of Chris Nolan's worst movies, but I'm like, bruh, Rise The Dark Knight Rises
Is
is better than most movies.
oh
I would
definitely.
rather watch Dark Knight Rises than plenty of other movies because it's still good, even though it's not great. So,
I take it over Suicide
yes.
Squad.
Yeah! See what I mean? Like, yeah. Or like, what is it? What's a trilogy?
A trilogy.
Lord of the Rings. 10
Lord
out
of
of
the Rings is
10.
pretty good. It's really good.
I worship Lord of the Rings.
I
Worship
worship Gandalf. I worship Gandalf.
Gandalf. Dun,
You
dun, dun,
shall
dun, dun,
not
dun, dun,
pass.
dun, 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 dun.
Also, the
Like that
music
meme.
score is great. The music
Dun,
is great.
dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I used to
Legolas and
stream
Gimli. Legolas and Gimli.
Lego. Yeah,
The bro of
Orlando
bros.
Bloom.
The bro
Orlando
of
Bloom, man.
bros.
There's Pirates of the Caribbean that had a trilogy that had an ending, and then they just made spin-off movies after that. So they
I
made Stranger Tides, and which is no, and then they made Dead Man Tell No Tales, which is even bigger no.
I like
So-
also like just gonna go on a little tangent in Lord of the Rings. The thing I love, the one line that makes me love the relationship between Legolas and Gimli, if I remember the line correctly, because I love those two characters. Those two characters are some of my
should I
favorites.
describe it to you, or do I need to get you a box? Shall
No,
I
but the thing I
describe it
love
to
about
you?
those characters, like, hold on, let me see if I can get the line.
That still only counts as one.
Oh, that was great. That was like their competitions.
That still only counts as one.
It's like
Certainty of
when
death.
Gimli won, just
Small chance
Legolas
of
just shot the
success.
dead the
What are
dead
we waiting
Uruk-hai.
for?
Is like
Yeah.
he was twitching.
He was twitching.
He was twitching.
An elf could dare go underground, but a dwarf dare not. Oh, I'd never hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, this is the quote. This is the quote. Gimli, I never thought I'd die fighting side to side with an elf. And Legolas says,
How about
what
side to
about side to
side
side
with
with
a
a friend?
friend? I
Gimli,
love it
I
so
could do
much.
that.
I I
I
could do
could.
that. That's so.
That just
It's
sums
too
up.
perfect. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
because it's like it doesn't matter what race they are. It's just they're friends,
It's
and that's
very. It's
that.
rather meta. Yeah, it is about. It's very much a race thing. Like you can absolutely interpret it as a race thing, and it's like, but it's great.
Yeah, because it's just like they're friends. They're just, at the end of the day,
It's
they're great friends.
wonderful. It's
It's
beautiful.
and their relation, and
What
you can
about
tell
side
they're
by side
friends.
with a friend?
You can tell they're friends. Like,
Obviously, yeah.
yeah.
Like they'd have like Gimli hates him in the first movie, but then
In the
he's like,
second movie,
"This is pretty aight."
they're the broest of the bros.
The broest of the bros,
Oh, speaking of the
other than Anakin, Obi-Wan,
oh
Clone
my
Wars
god, they
version.
they are so bros. They are so bros.
Bros. So yeah, that's a
And
thing.
also we will touch on these trilogies. We will touch. We
We
should
will
make a
touch
trilogy
on them.
podcast. Just all
Trilogy
the trilogies.
podcast. We'll cover Kung Fu Panda. We'll cover Spider Man.
We'll
We'll
cover
cover Lord
Dark
of the
Knight.
Rings. We'll cover The Dark Knight.
We'll apes. We'll cover apes.
We'll cover Apes. We'll cover Star Wars trilogies. We'll cover those.
The OG and prequels. We don't talk
The
about.
OG
We
and the
don't talk about the
prequels.
sequels.
We've gotten the sequels are not a trilogy. They are just movies. They're three independent. No, they're like two movies and
And
a
like
movie.
a parody and a parody.
There's a yes. We have two movies and a parody of Star Wars. So two movies and a parody.
All
There we
right, so
go. I'm
we'll
still missing it. Episode 9 just like doesn't exist. That's just a parody. There is no episode 9. We ended on a cliffhanger. Um,
All right, so yeah, that'll be the
that's
next
the thing.
podcast, guys. That'll be the next
All right,
podcast, maybe. No,
perhaps.
no, DC and then trilogies.
It's
We
either
need to
DC animated or the trilogies. And
oh,
that.
we're covering DC animated and comics, not the movies. Unless we count Dark
Okey-doke.
Knight, then
We
we're
could
count.
do just Dark Knight and like I don't know,
I don't know. DC's just so good.
Superman 4.
No, Superman. Oh yeah. Speaking of
No.
Superman, watch All Star. Superman All Star.
Yeah, I haven't seen like
All
there's
Star
an
Superman.
animated movie. I know that one's really good. I know there's an animated movie, and I know it's very
The
good.
comics much better.
There is
Comics much better.
there is a comic. I know that because that's what the movie was adapted from. But yeah,
It's like basically Superman just dealing with
he's like dying, yeah,
yeah,
and
dealing
then
with
he
how
has
like he's dealing with his death the most Superman ways someone would deal with their death.
it's great. I haven't I don't know much about it, but
Because
I do know that.
because the writers of the comic knew that Superman would the strongest man alive would also be the most interesting man alive as well. One of the most interesting. Because if you're so strong,
Interesting.
like how would they perceive the world? That's the interesting part. How
The
would
world
they
of
perceive
paper.
the world? Yeah, world of
Paper
cardboard, world of glass, world of glass. It's
Yes.
like you press it too hard, and it'll just break. It's just
I mean, yes, yeah, absolutely. So, any Marvel thoughts we want to end on for
uh,
this bit? Go on.
Warrior's
Yeah.
best man. Okay, we're done.
All right. Yeah, we're still waiting for Black Widow. We're anxiously waiting
For the TV, we'll touch on
WandaVisions
this
and the
again
shows.
once like the TV shows,
Yep.
the movie come out.
We'll anxiously await the TV shows. I am hyper excited for
peak hopes.
WandaVision.
Oh, well,
Yep.
I just want to see how
WandaVision.
they pull off the sitcom. I want to
I'm
see
so interested because I know like nothing about that, and so we'll work
that. Oh,
on
it's gonna
that
be great.
in the future. We should touch on Tenet.
Oh yeah, Tenet,
And
the trilogies,
Chris Nolan, yeah.
the great trilogies.
Yes, the
DC.
great trilogies. We'll do that. That'll be sometime. We'll decide eventually.
Yeah.
So
Usually
here,
like a month later. They usually come every one a month usually.
that works for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
once a
just have
month.
some random weekend where we can like chill out for a bit,
Yeah.
and then just do that.
All right. Well,
Yep.
all right.
Peace
That'll
out,
be, that'll
guys.
be us.
That'll be all, guys.
from us. All right. See you guys. See you.
All right.
And remember to
Goodbye.
subscribe to this man after you subscribe to me. nah, just
Yep.
do whatever.
Hologram.
You do
Fit
whatever.
Studios.
you
I
want.
have about a handful of videos. I'll have one coming out before the month's over. So that's that.
Just
There you
subscribe to
go.
both of us. Subscribe to both of us.
Yep.
All right.
Nope. That's it, y'all.
All right. See you guys. See you.
Peace.